Hello and welcome once again to Mazaplay.net Desert Cup 2022, another day of exciting and enthralling cricket that we will be witnessing here at the Oman Cricket Academy. What a great day to have four teams battle it out against each other. The first game of the day is going to be match number 5, which is Bahrain taking on Saudi Arabia. Now, the tournament yesterday, because Bahrain beat Oman, is split wide open, and all the four teams can actually have a chance to qualify into the top two. Now, Bahrain taking on Saudi, that is the first game, and later on we've got another game lined up, match number 6. That is another important game. Oman taking on Canada. Canada is unbeaten in the tournament so far. Oman faced their first defeat last night against Bahrain, and what a great game we witnessed. That was a low-scoring thriller, and we expect and anticipate a similar performance from all the four teams today here at the Al Amirat Cricket Stadium. Match number 5, that's the focus we have on right now, the game between Bahrain and Saudi Arabia. We need to know, it looks to be a perfect playing condition, and the weather looks absolutely perfect for cricket to be played here at this picturesque venue, but we need to know what the pitch has in store for us. So let's head down to the center where we've got Suhas Vedam with his story of the pitch.
Mazaplay.net presents Desert Cup T20I Series, and we bring you the story of the surface. Well, what we've seen so far is the surfaces are behaving true, and we've had a couple of run fests as well. But this is the first time we'll be playing on this particular strip. But it's not going to change. Don't worry about that. We have two particular games, and it's not going to change at all. What I'm very interested in showing you is around the length area. If you're a right-hander, it's absolutely dry grass, and that's how it is in the entire strip. But if you're a left-hander, there's lively grass around the same area. So you would see bowlers try to skid on and take your wicket. Hence, I really believe if you win the toss, choose to bowl first, because this pitch is not going to change, and you might know what exactly you're chasing, which has, of course, helped in different scenarios for teams which have played on this particular track in the future and in the history as well, if you would see.
Right, so Suhas Vedam telling us some tidbits about the pitch for the left-handers and the right-handers, and one thing is for sure, there are a lot of runs on that wicket if you can adapt to the conditions and spend some time out there in the middle, because earlier on the ball does do a little bit for the fast bowlers, but it does get a belter of wicket, and a lot of runs can be scored if you get it right. Now, Bahrain versus Saudi Arabia, that's the game. Bahrain will be riding high on confidence because of that win against Oman last night, while Saudi Arabia are still desperately looking for those 2 points on the table. That first win in the quadrangular series, that is something that they will be looking forward to. Let's head down back to the center again, because we need to know what happened at the flip of the coin. It was Mikhail Waswani with the two captains for the toss.
Presents Desert Cup Series T20 Internationals. We have with us the captains of the Bahrain team and the Saudi team. For the Bahrain team, it will be Sarfaraz Ali. For the Saudi Arabia team, it's going to be Wahid Abdul Ghaffar. And sandwiched between them to adjudicate the flip of the coin will be Chetan Thanki. It's Bahrain, the home side. They'll flip the coin. Sarfaraz, you can flip the coin. Abdul has called tails. Tail it is. Saudi Arabia win the toss. Abdul, you won the toss. What would you like to do and why?
We would like to bowl first. And the reason, as we played yesterday, the wicket was quite supporting on first bowling, and it's quite low and this kind of stuff. So that's why we'll go for a ball first.
What will your team need to do to get into winning ways?
Actually, we have a bunch of players like who are very good, and they have talent to win against Gulf team or play a good cricket. But it's all depend on one good match and one good inning to just build their confidence. So we are trying our best, and they will do. I am totally positive about my team, so they will do, inshallah.
And what about your playing 11? Any changes?
Yeah, we have one change. Zain Imran is playing on behalf of Zain.
Right, good luck, all the very best.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Right, Sarfaraz, आप क्या करते अगर आप टॉस जीतते तो?
हमारा भी इरादा था टॉस जीत के पहले बैटिंग करने का। अभी ये प्लान था टॉस जीत के बैटिंग करने का। विकेट अच्छा खेल रहा है दिन में, तो इसलिए
कल का जीत आपके लिए आई एम श्योर वेरी वेरी मीनिंगफुल होगा. क्या है माहौल अभी डगआउट में?
अभी तकरीबन माहौल अच्छा है, पूरी टीम ही तकरीबन कल के जीत के बहुत ऊपर है, तो सब लड़के परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं, टीम का माहौल अच्छा है.
और आपने प्लेइंग 11 के बारे में बताएंगे?
प्लेइंग 11 में शिकदर
चेंजेस है?
वन चेंजेंगे.
Okay. All the very best, sir, for us. Good luck.
थैंक यू सर. थैंक यू.
All right. So the news from the center is that Saudi Arabia have won the toss and they've decided to bowl first.
Right, so the news is that Saudi Arabia have elected to bowl first after winning the toss. And let's quickly look at the two teams and their playing 11, the lineups for Bahrain and Saudi Arabia. But just before that, it's the right time to introduce my co-commentator and partner for this first stint. It's going to be Abid Ibrahim. Abid, welcome.
Thank you very much, Shoaib. It's been a great tournament so far. The game number 5, we're all excited about. That's the lineup for both the sides. Sarfaraz, the captain of Bahrain. Ahmed bin Nasser, the wicket keeper. Sohail Ahmed, what a player he is and what a performance, consistent performance from the previous two games. David, Matthias, Haider Ali, Satya, Veeraparathiran, Imran Anwar, Muhammad But Danish Jasnaik, Imran Khan, Sachin Kumar completes 11 for Bahrain.
Yes, and for Saudi Arabia, the captain right at the top, Abdul Wahid, Abdul Ghaffar, Mohammad Hisham Sheikh, Faisal Khan, Atif Ur Rahman, Hasib Ghafoor, the keeper, Mohammad Saqib, Irshad Mubashir is the all-rounder in that playing 11, Kashif Siddiqui, Saad Khan, Usman Najib, and Imran Yusuf. So that's the playing 11 for Saudi Arabia. They've won the toss, decided to bowl first. What do you think of that decision, Abid Ibrahim?
Well, as I saw Suhas Savedam was, when he was down there, he chose to, any captain would choose to bowl first, and rightly called, I think. It was so accurate that Suhas found out that little spot, the center of the wicket, where the right-handers can get benefit of it, where the left-hander keeps struggling on that. It's a good wicket, but always it's good to have a target in front. That's what would be my call as well.
Right, so Ahmed Nasir, the opening batter for Bahrain, 3 matches, 24 runs for him. Hasn't been able to get off the mark and get some runs in terms of performance, but he'll want to change that today here. While Atif Ur Rahman, 30 years of age, third match for him, and only a wicket. But he's definitely got some potential in him, Abid. We saw him bowl some great Yorkers yesterday and does have the ability to move the ball a bit in the air with the new ball.
Well, absolutely. He's having his debut tour, this one. That seems to be very solid. Finding those right areas to bowl. He's been the exception. Even in the previous game that Saudi Arabia played. He's been outstanding performer for Saudi Arabia. He's only 1 wicket, but that's not the case here. Just too early to be said. There you go. First ball, umpire says play.
Starts off well on the length, and you can see appreciation from the team members immediately. That was a good start from Atif. Wanted a single there, but there was never a run, was there, Abid?
I think it's always safe on a very first delivery when you don't get a run despite, but then it's all important to get some power of the bat on that. Sarfraz doesn't like to take a single send back, Ahmed. That's been the case, that Sarfraz Ali, the captain of Bahrain, likes to hit the big sixes or the fours. He believes in boundaries, not very much believing in singles. This one is tucked on the onside and they have a fielder exactly for that shot. Saudi Arabia seems to be out there with the plan today. They made one change. They brought in Imran. And there you go. He's getting a game today.
Oh, that's a good delivery. Some extra bounce on that occasion from Atif. And immediately Saudi Arabia now trying to get in and close to the Bahraini batters. As you know, it's still open, the group, for all the sides. Saudi Arabia, if they can win here, they will be alive and going in the tournament with those 2 points. So everything to play for Saudi Arabia in this game.
Oh, just missed that. The idea is perfect. It was just slightly away from Imran. I think that field set kind of is perfect for the right-hander, where they're just getting a little bit of a movement which is bringing into the right-hander. The captain got a plenty of experience and good average as well. The strike rate that we've been talking about, 161, massive strike rate.
Yes, he does like to use the power play to his advantage, and he's a very clean striker of the cricket ball. Some movement again in the air for Atif, and that ball is shaping in. So as we predicted, Atif is getting some movement earlier on. Just 1 run in the over, 5 deliveries bowled. Good start from Saudi.
Yes,
Those
yes.
are the 5 deliveries that he's bowled so far, and you can see some movement in the air for Atif, and some bounce as well. He's kept it very consistent, that length, and that is why he's been so effective. 1 more ball to go.
That's right into the block hole almost. Really hard to bowl that. Really need to bend down. That's the end of the first over. It's 1 for none, Bahrain.
So Bahrain scoring just 1 run in that first over. Ahmed bin Nasir, he's off the mark as new bowler. Being introduced into the attack is Usman.
Yeah, cutting extra.
27 years of age, Usman Najib. Playing his second game. Got a wicket in the first and has a great economy, especially if he's bowling in the power play over 6.25.
Sure, the tournament is open for every team here right now, but it's very important for Saudi. They have a little bit of a pressure on Saudi Arabia. It's a must-win game for them. Down the leg side straight away, beautiful take by the keeper.
Well, he's so good with the gloves in his hand, Hasib. And he's also scoring runs for Saudi Arabia. That was a great collect down the leg side, never easy. Look at that movement. Great foot movement, getting close to the ball, and that dive onto his left. Cut and well fielded, brilliantly done.
I believe that how it should be. Excellent effort. Great work. The point is the region where you always need to be proactive. You need to keep your eye all the time onto the batter. Now he played a little late. Played it very, very watchful. And was there a chance?
Another short delivery onto the ribs of Ahmed. He just manages to play it towards the square leg. Not the most convincing of shots, but he'll get a single. That would bring the danger man, Sarfaraz Ali, on strike. He's due for some runs. He's got a few starts, but hasn't been able to capitalize the power play overs. We might just see him go all guns blazing in this game against Saudi.
Yeah, counting the fielders out there. So he must be looking for Biggie. Haven't got any boundaries so far. The game is in pretty much control so far. He goes big, he goes up, he goes straight to the bowler. That's a first wicket and Usman Najib strikes. What a big wicket. This time he got the captain out of Bahrain. He was playing across the line, got the top edge, and easier for the bowler.
I just hurried on to him and couldn't time the ball, Sarfaraz, nor could he middle it. Just lobbed it in the air and an easy catch for Usman of his own bowling. Sarfaraz Ali, the captain of Bahrain, is walking back without scoring. It's 3 for 1. Imran Anwar, the new man in, 33 years of age, a strike rate of 112 and a best of 51. He will have to play the anchor role at number 3. When you come out to bat, you need to steer the innings. Driven straight to mid-off.
Well, Saudi Arabia must be happy with this start. They got a big man out there. Sarfaraz Ali, who got dismissed. And that was the wicket they were eyeing on today. They look like a different team altogether. Well, they know how important this game is, Shoaib. They need to give their 100%, nothing less than that.
Short ball, again, that length has been great. And Saudi Arabia look like a different side today. A lot of chirping around the batters. Every ball is being appreciated. You can see that they are engaged in the game and have looked to be the better side until now. 1.5 overs, just 3 runs for Bahrain, and they've lost a big wicket in the form of their skipper, Sarfaraz Ali. Drilled. This time it's in the gap. A diving effort from Abdul Wahid is not going to be enough as the ball races away towards the long off fence for the first 4 of the innings. End of the second over. Bahrain are 7 for 1. Seven for 1 after 2 overs as Atif continues his second over. Starts over with a slower delivery, just a push towards the point.
Well, I still believe Saudi Arabia has a great start. That was the first boundary which has been struck in the previous over. It took really a while to get one. 12 deliveries precisely. The team in green is really looking sharp. If they just manage to restrict Bahrain somewhere around 120, 130, they'll really fancy the chances. Oh, some movement there. He brings the ball in really well. Atif Rahman.
Yes, good movement in the air from Atif again. This time it just kept straight, and I think that is what confused the batter, Ahmed. Ahmad bin Nasir. 2 runs for him in his 8 deliveries.
Oh, that's snuck in the air. There could be a chance. Fielder trying. And he get it. Both the openers departs now. Atif is strike this time. What a great start this is for Team Green.
2 wickets for Bahrain. Early wickets, early blows. Saudi Arabia, we felt that they've got something different. Their attitude today is different, and we can see that in their fielding as well. 2 big wickets, and Saudi Arabia, as you mentioned, the men in green are dominating the game so far. Bahrain on the back foot, 7 for 2 now. .3 over 7 for 2. The new man in is the man who can take Bahrain out of the deep waters that they are in right now. Sohail Ahmed, 3 matches, 135 runs, a strike rate of 177. That's amazing. But more than that, Abid, the strike rate, they need to make sure that they get a partnership in.
Very important to have a partnership. Suhail usually been the pillar for the team Bahrain. Got man of the match the previous game. Played his exceptional knock. And they've won over the favourites Oman. They beat the home side in yesterday's encounter, and they chased down a low total, but today seems to be a different date altogether. They were playing under lights yesterday, but it's Saudi Arabia who won the toss and invited them to bat first. That's the wicket. It was up in the air, did not time it, and Saad does the job. Saad Khan, excellent catch.
Nicely played again from Sohail Ahmed. What a great performance this has been from Saudi Arabia and the bowlers of Saudi. The catching has been good. Very confident looking side. As you can see, they're all around the batters chirping and appreciating the bowling effort. I think they've got a spring in their step, and that is so good to see. They've grown in confidence from the first game, and at the toss we heard the captain Abdul Wahid saying that he's very positive about his team members and they will bounce back in the tournament, and looks like they've started off on a positive note.
I think they've been pushed to the wall before this game. 2 games, both of them they lost, and today there seems to be a different team together. It's 3 gone, 7 for 2. What a start for Saudi Arabia.
So Bahrain are in a spot of bother after 3 overs, just 7 runs, and they've lost 2 wickets. The 2 men out there, Imran and Sohail, will have to make sure that they build a partnership. As Osman continues, first ball on the pads. Will trickle away towards the fine leg. And leg by signaled by the umpire.
Well, we had clearly thought that Bahrain would give a different start, but it turned out to be the other way around, because Bahrain's opener, Sarfraz and Ahmed, they both were looking fine even in the yesterday's game. They gave a good start to the team, batting first, but this is cricket all about. You cannot predict. 2 wickets down of Bahrain. And the power play clearly belongs to Saudi Arabia. Suhail Ahmed, a lot of responsibilities. Oh, extra bounce, excellent delivery. You can see the team is charged. That's how you need to do. The winning attitude should be there. At the tosses, as you mentioned earlier, Abdul Wahid was saying. And look at that. Ripper. Beautiful delivery.
That was a good ball, good bounce, good carry. Usman using his shoulder and bending his back. Definitely he's got the aggression that you need as a fast bowler.
At the toss, the captain Abdul Wahid was mentioning earlier that they are just 1 win away to get the momentum. It seems to be that they have been working. Every game they come out, they get better and better if you compare from the first game till here.
Off the pads, again, not able to get back to ball. Suhail Ahmed is still yet to get off the mark. You are so right. They've been improving with every game. Their performance has been on an upward trend, and that is so good to watch. Saudi Arabia learning, as we mentioned right at the first game. It's going to be a great platform for teams like Saudi, Bahrain and Oman and Canada to be playing against each other, and we can't expect for anything more. Catches the call, big swing in the air. This has been played in the vacant square leg region, and the ball will cross the ropes, and another boundary, few and far between for Bahrain, but better late than never. Bahrain get that 4 as Imran Javed moves to 8.
Well, Imran has been aggressor. This was onto the pads. He was been trying to get him in trap in front, maybe just bowling that line and length, which is not going to help you. You need to be really outside off. All those wickets came out when you bowled it outside off or just banged it nicely on a good length.
Well, this time it's a much better shot. It's hit us here at the comb box. That is a great hit, flat batted, and it's gone the distance for 6, the first one of this game. And I'm sure the way Imran is batting, many more to come.
Well, certainly. I was looking for the guard. That sent right here. There you go. You can see us sitting inside. Oh, that was a great shot. I think there was a damage in the glass as well.
I think great camera work as well to follow the ball right into the comb box. And that's where the ball hit. Brilliant camera work, you can see. Is there a crack? Yes. I hope it's in short. What a great hit. Clean hit. And he was expecting that ball, Abid, that short ball after being hit for a 4. You expect that kind of a response from a fast bowler.
And look that. The shot, as you mentioned, he was ready for it on the back foot. This is where I was looking for the guard. And that's how the crack on the glass.
Great hit. One of the best that we've seen in the tournament. Early days, we'll see a lot more, but as of now, this one is right up there.
So that had hit 10 of 2 deliveries. He'll be high in confident. He goes again. He chooses to go towards the cow corner and gets 4 runs. What a beautiful shot on the onside, on the rise. And it is a very expensive over from Usman Najib. Comes to an end. 4 gone, 23 for 2.
Four overs, 23 for 2. That last over was very fruitful for Bahrain. 2 boundaries and a 6 from the bat of Imran Javed. While Sohail Ahmed, the player of the match for the last game against Oman, he's yet to get off the mark as Atif comes to bowl his third and bowls it on the pads, on the stumps. Nicely bowled and equally well played. Sohail is in no hurry, Abid, to get off the mark.
Yeah, because his partner doing the job is taking that pressure out. Look at that. Hit on the final ball. Muscled it really well. Very good shot. With authority. And also, Sohail, while he's just trying to get settled down there at the centre. Very good fielding. Now, that's how you need to play when you want to get out of the pressure. Imran Javed. Those 3 hits made that score looking so good.
Back-to-back dot balls for Atif. He's bowled well. This is his 3rd over and he's only given away 1 run and also has taken a wicket. Oh, that's a poor fielding effort. Should have been stopped. That was never a run there. But they have allowed it. All that chirping and all that talking around the batter is good only if you can back your bowlers when they need you. That should have been stopped, Abid.
100%. The basic was not right there. The body should be behind. Really. Now, what that single will do is open the account for Sohail Ahmed and bring the danger man on strike. Imran Javed, the aggressor, is not stopping today. He's playing all his shots around the ground. He's already damaged the glass.
Good ball. Goes for the Yorker and played well by Imran. Finds the fielder at mid-off.
Now, Sheb, you can see easily that the soon Imran Javed comes on a strike, the bowler changed his line and length, being a little defensive here. That's what happens when the batter shows a little aggression, shows little attacking approach.
Another fuller length delivery. This time it's been played well in the gap towards mid-on and the ball will win the race. It's such a fast outfield here at the Oman Cricket Academy. Once the ball clears the infield, it's very difficult for the fielders to catch up with the ball. A boundary and a much needed one from the bat of Imran.
A 2 full, easy picking on the onside. Could have tried diving, but no. Just exactly the game where you want to pick good looking shot. Imran is doing a really fine job taking his team out of the pressure here. Mind you, they lost 2 wickets when the score was 7 runs.
Last ball of the 5th. Oh, again, similar shot. This time he plays it over long off and ends the over with a 4. Brilliant batting from Imran Javed. It's as if he's playing on a different wicket. It's in fact gone all the way for 6, and that's how sweetly Imran Javed times the ball. 5 overs, 34 for 2, and there's going to be a change in the com box. It's going to be Mikhail Vaswani along with Suhas Vedam.
Batsman bowling change, right arm over to you.
Thank you, Suhas. Thank you, Shoaib. Beg your pardon. Suhas alongside me in the com box. I must say that despite losing 2 early wickets, Bahrain are still pressing foot on accelerator. After 5 overs.
You can thank me later, though. Very good afternoon, good evening to everyone watching. It's an important spell for Hisham, at least for his confidence. He's tried his slower deliveries, and it's been a treat to watch in Mazaplay.net Desert Cup. They're taking the fielder on. Wasn't a bad option at all. It's just that he knew how much time he usually takes to get to the other end. He'd already calculated it, even though it came from the middle of the bat. Direct hit would have been close, but still he'd made it. Wasn't like he was stretching fully, Mikhail. Abdul Wahid has a word with the bowler right away. The idea is to invite him into that drive. That's all right. The ball's not swinging much, Mikhail. And is Hisham saving his slower deliveries for the death bowling only?
Again, missing it on this occasion. Fuller delivery should have gone through the line. He's rehearsing it now. Very lucky Hisham there.
That wasn't the best of his deliveries. Could have taken it as a low full toss. It's just that Imran Javed was into that shot too early, and it was too late for him to pull out of it.
Much better this time. Drives it through extra cover region. It's a fast outfield. It'll be 4 more from the bat of Imran Javed. The Bahrain are continuing their aggressive run of form. They'll continue to attack despite the situation. And that's been their mantra to success.
Picked the gap beautifully. It was from the side arm ball. Not entirely from the back of the hand, but that's in the gap. That's what matters for Imran Javed. 32 of 12. What an exciting innings this is turning out to be. He's been sent in with a clear script. Attack as much as possible. Make the first 6 overs your own. Put Bahrain on top.
Four on the off inside the circle. Again goes big, goes high, goes aerial. Just drops short of the fielder at cow corner. So Imran is taking his chances. This time around, very lucky he didn't middle it. For all you know, it must have just landed in the fielder's hand.
When was the last time in T20 cricket you said you were lucky because you didn't middle it? Oh yes, that's completely miscued. Hisham was screaming, catch it, go for it. It's 50-50. I still believe Atif could have put in the dive. But again, it just depends on which camp you're a part of, isn't it? You would say that might be a catch. Maybe it isn't. Mikhail, what do you think?
Sometimes life for a commentator is easier, right? So it's easier said than done.
You sometimes do tell me that I'm a taskmaster. This is much better from Hisham.
Good, nice partnership. They need a few partnerships on top, Bahrain, but we know they bat deep as well. They've got to scores of 190 plus on 2 occasions. Last night as well. On 1 occasion, beg your pardon. That's Canada who's got it on 2 occasions. Last night they put it past Oman.
Absolutely, Mikhail, and they would draw a lot of confidence from that, beating the home side in the home conditions. Good delivery. The idea is to bowl the slower delivery when the batter least expects it, and it's something that is practiced really well. Into the first power play, 6 gone, 41 for 2.
Now this is what the first 6 overs look like. Sarfaraz Ali, the captain, didn't quite get underneath this one, was out very early. Still some signs of aggression were shown early on. There again, Nasir, the second wicket to depart. Very good catch under pressure. But the runs came by. This one came towards us. They've looked to improvise, and also they've also made full use of the power play and the field restrictions. It's been Sohail who's been, beg your pardon. Sohail and Imran, who've been stitching a vital partnership in the middle. Imran particularly has looked very aggressive, 41 for 2 in 6. As we see a bowling. Saqib it is. Watchfully defended.
The ball throwing on the batters a couple of times where they want to swivel has been a big problem for Bahrain. It's not just in this game, it's been happening for a while. They'll be counting on this man. He's been excellent ever since he packed his bag. He's been the one who's travelled the best. And Saudi Arabia, 8.66 the economy rate of this 33-year-old Saqib. 3 matches, 3 wickets. He's just getting started. He's such a good talent. Again, that adjustment factor. We've talked about the adjustment factor for the right-handers and the left-handers, or batters of all kind, perhaps, from Saudi Arabia, trying to get to play on turf. What about the bowlers? They have to hit different lengths as well. Bowling on Sim International is very different from bowling on turf as well. Very impressive they've been, isn't it?
Absolutely, Suhas. For bowlers as well, bowling on cement, on turf is completely different. Waited for this one. Single towards cover sweeper. They'll be happy consolidating now. 8 wickets in hand. A little under 13 overs left. Sohail 4 in 12, but it's Imran who's been calling the shots in the middle at the moment. Now the field restrictions have been lifted. Play forward, play back, just trying to glide that to third man.
Good delivery this. He's worked a lot on the variations, and variations come in very handy in this format of the game. Saqib.
Fuller this time, driven through the extra cover region. Work to do for the fielder. Does not do justice there. And he let that one pass for a 4. Saqib is not impressed. And these are easy runs. You've got to put your body on the line sometimes and bring in that commitment. Sohail won't complain.
You got a feel for Saqib. It was a good over so far. He did have the fielders in the right position. He puts in the dive a little early. I really believe he could have caught up with it, running in the same angle before it reached the fence. 6 runs of the over now with a ball to go. Saqib has all the rights in the world to not to be amused at this stage.
Just trying to play that with soft hands. Quick single towards short covers. Very good cricket. A boundary of the previous ball. And now a single to retain the strike. That's very good cricket. 7 gone. It's 48 for 2. An early jolt here for Bahrain, losing their captain Sarfaraz and Amer, but it is Imran and Sohail who've actually rebuilt down the leg, and that'll be signal wide. That's something they'll need to curtail Saudi Arabia. They're still to win a game in this tournament.
They got 2 early wickets and they were on course. This partnership has already started to prick them a little. These are lovely scenes indeed. Played it with soft hands deliberately. Just telling you that even if it goes only as far as the edge of the 30-yard circle, a single can still be completed.
And in the process, they get to their 50-run mark as well in the 8th over. And this is still a very good start after losing 2 very early wickets. Ashish Kapoor, always animated, always behind his boys. Did see him last night as well in a huddle. Oh, he's pulled it. Has he been in position to do that? Very good fielding in the deep. He'll keep it to 2. That's Saqib. He's just bowled an over. Oh, they're looking for the third as well. This is very good cricket. 1 for the arm, and they make it count.
Hisham would be pleased for sure. That's an excellent effort indeed. Saving a certain boundary. Saqib's efforts have saved a single. He had to do this. He had to bring it back in play because he knew momentum will carry him beyond the rope. Very well done. Lovely commitment from Saqib. That was supposed to be a surprise shot delivery, isn't it?
Again, playing it with soft hands. So the scoreboard is ticking. If not the boundary, the singles and doubles are coming by. Good cricket here by both Sohail and Imran.
Absolutely, Mikhail. They're searching for the boundaries. The boundary options are always on the table. And with the way they're batting in rotating strike as well, just love the fact that they're making dot balls a thing of past.
We've seen how the surface is out here in the Oman Cricket Academy play. There's a lot of runs in it. Just checking his shot at the very end, and that's why when you're batting first, you have to have something in excess of 150, 160.
Yeah, Oman tried to make a game out of 135 last night, which is very difficult given the fact that the ball comes on beautifully with the dew in. It comes onto the bat. This is a good delivery by Hisham. I think this is what he was trying in the previous over as well. It just became a low full toss. Not that the batter capitalized on that particular delivery. Okay, if you're going to be too full, then make him drive in the area that you exactly want him to, which is long off on this occasion because there is protection. Is that the case, Mikhail? Are we reading into it properly?
Yes, absolutely. Because on this surface, you really don't know what's a good length to be bowling on. Because it's so true, sometimes you can play through the line as well. So if you have your fielders in position, bowl into your field.
I think that's...
Oh, there's a chip in the air, almost carried the bowler. Once again in 2 minds. But a very fine over comes to an end. 5 runs coming off it, 8 gone, it's 54 for 2.
Atifur Rahman's been the pick of the bowlers out of the 4 bowlers used so far. Atifur Rahman bowling majority of the overs in the power play and churning out figures of 1 for 12. Excellent indeed. Usman Najib's been a little expensive, but he's been amongst the wickets as well. Hisham Sheikh's trying to curtail things in his team's favour. Mohammad Saqib's ball just 1 over. He would be very handy towards the death, you would believe. Will the captain use him again for another over here? Because that end seems to be conducive to his pace. Good delivery.
Very close to being called wide, and that's what the batter as well, Sohail Ahmed, just checking with the umpire. We'll just take a look at this delivery in the last over. Almost carried to the bowler. Batter in 2 minds. He's been in 2 minds quite often. Oh, gives the charge, plays it straight down the ground. Single towards long on.
Excellent, excellent boy, excellent field, Shabash Saqib.
One run of the first 2 so far, so good for Saqib. The thing with Imran Javed is he's a very good bottom-handed player. Good delivery. That was a well-guided missile. Just restricting the options for Imran Javed and his big bat swing. Well directed indeed by Saqib. He's absorbing the pressure really well. Now this is what he did. Hisham, the final ball, if you'd see. Now he saw that there's a big back left, but what the batter did well on that occasion is immediately played it with soft hands. Otherwise that would have carried to Hisham. You need to do that on this wicket. Oh, this is much better an option. Full face of the bat. But does get around it, the fielder. I thought for most parts that was heading towards the fence.
In all of it, he's played a very fine shot over the bowler's head. And that's the safest shot to play. But what I've really liked about the batters is that they've not got carried away with the situation at the moment. You'd see the scoreboard, you'd feel you want to be something more after 8.4 overs. But they're taking the time because they know this pitch has full of runs in it. You can always make up for it towards the latter stages of the game.
Yeah, with Imran Javed being a live example that one end is mine to caress through covers, smash it through mid-wicket, go inside out and prove extra cover as a run-scoring opportunity. I think Sohail Ahmed can breathe easy and listen to you.
And that's not a bad time to bring in a little bit of spin as well on the surface. Because on a pitch like this, you'd want to believe that the quicker you bowl, the easier it gets to bat, because the ball comes on to the willow very nicely. You need to take the pace off the ball sometimes. We saw Rafiullah do that last evening, taking the pace off it, got 4 wickets. Short and wide again, played towards the long off region, mid off region. Oh, this could be close. I'm not too sure if he had made it. Sohail was struggling. Nine gone, it's 59 for 2. Good time to introduce some spin as well. Just bring in a little bit of variation and variety.
He's been into the side. He wants to make the most of this. Imran Yusuf. Oh, what a great talent. Watch out for the wrong one. Lovely delivery. It's a great start for him. The man from Jeddah, Imran Yusuf. An absolute prankster in the side, I tell you. Very jovial, is always brimming with stories, and everyone loves to call him Gullu. Not if he is bowling there. That is going to go many a mile.
Never mind, never mind, never mind, Gulu. Never mind, bache.
That's a very good shot. Tossed up, went down on his knee, went through with the shot, across the line, but there's not much turn.
Never mind, shabash.
And he connected that so well over the cow corner region. Sohail joining Imran now, and both of them are stitching a very fine partnership. Much better this time. Another quick single. A direct hit would have had everyone interested.
This is good cricket all round. Very good cricket. The fielder anticipating the ball. Keeper collecting and whipping the bails off at the right time. Great adjustment by the bowler after being hit away for a 6. This is excellent cricket. Had to throw off balance as well, but the batter had made it. Lara. That's what he likes to be called. Saad.
बहुत चंगा गेंद सी शाबाश
He's
गुल्लू,
already
शाबाश
taken a
बच्चे.
fantastic catch though. Umpire Ananta. He really wants to make sure that Imran Javed is alright. Or Sohail on that occasion though. I think it's... Oh no, it's Imran. Or Sohail, we'll find out. Sohail indeed. Sohail's a little unwell and medical attention's been called right away. You don't want to take risk at this stage. Yes, it's very hot outside. It's not exactly the dry heat that Oman usually gets. Sikdar Billah walking out there with different options of the same bottle of water.
You could sense he's feeling a little exhausted there. Look at that for a 6. How beautifully he picked it up from middle and off. That's a lot of power behind it. Never easy to play a shot like that against the turn to a leg spinner.
These golden sunsets, you can never ever get enough of these. Golden sunsets, Oman in a silhouette, that's a postcard moment for you. I wish I can carry this back home. And there's somewhere here, Shoaib Ahmed's looking around for a person who can click a photograph with him and the silhouette. Do check his Instagram though, he's terrific in finding out good spots and frames.
Right, a water break for both the teams, 66 for 2. We've almost reached the halfway stage.
Were we on a break while I was trying to explain stuff?
ठीक हो माँ आप आके उल्टी कर चली चलो बैठो थैंक यू प्लीज थैंक यू थैंक यू थैंक यू
are back. Three deliveries to go, 7 of the first 3. Imran Yusuf wanted to start better. Imran Javed receiving, Sohail Ahmed receiving some medical attention. Imran Javed 39 of 20. He's doing really well for his side. And what I love about Bahrain is the fact that there are new heroes emerging every time. Sohail Ahmed has been very consistent. Imran Javed is now providing that flourish they require to propel this innings forward, especially in the middle overs. Stand and deliver. That will travel the long distance he wanted to. Imran Yusuf is wondering, where do I ball to this man? His reach is big and the result is improbable.
Again, his eyes lit up, seeing a tossed up delivery and no half measures whatsoever, challenging the fielder at long off. And that's what Imran has done today. He's just taken up the role of the aggressor, and what I've really liked with Sohail at the other end is he's also not got carried away. He's happy giving the strike to Imran, and he's played second fiddle, 21 and 25.
We've talked about the fact that it's a little hot outside, and of course the sun is dying down today, but it's still hot. One way to save your energy is to not run at all and score 6. Imran Javed's in murderous mode right now. Anything pitched up, he will go for it again. Much better. This is much better. It was turning away. It was too full for him. I think he was also applying more pace onto this one. Wasn't even trying to turn this.
Fuller, a dot ball to end the over. It's been a productive 1 year for Bahrain. 13 runs coming off it at the halfway stage in this innings. It's 72 for 2.
Desert Cup T20I Series brought to you by Mazaplay.net. The broadcast and streaming partners of ours. You're watching us on fan code Atrangi, Ullu, Ultra, VI, Crick Tracker, Sportseye, Willow TV, Geo Super, and of course Geo. It's an ITW Pro G and TPD 360 production. So there isn't a reason not to watch us. No matter where you are in the world, we're coming to you, of course. And if you're a cricket connoisseur, do watch it. If you aren't, watch it. You'll fall in love with the sport. 72 for 2 at the end of 10 overs. Change in voices to take you through the next 5. We've got Abid, Ibrahim and Sohail.
Thank you very much, Suhas Vedam. In the meantime, Sohail Ahmed seems to be back. He just played it with soft hands and takes the single. Hurried a little bit, an extra run might be there. No. Good backup there from the fielder. Now this has been a very good partnership between Imran Javed and Sohail Ahmed. They pulled the team out of the pressure. They were really struggling when they were 2 wickets down for 7. And from there, this journey has been amazing. They never looked back. Saqib. Well, a slow one, hits it straight down the ground, and that will be 4. Muscled it down. Welcome, Shoaib.
Thank you, Abid. What a great hit again from Imran Javed. He moves on to 49 with that 4. It's tournament 4, number 93. The back of the hand delivery, too full from Saqib. And in fact, that's been hit straight down the ground.
Just a good thing to do. Played with soft hand. 2 is the call. And that is the moment for Imran Javed to register his 50. What a 50 under pressure. And a very crucial one. What a moment it would be for this man. He came when the team was down and out and delivered when given the responsibility.
Oh yes, absolutely. A great knock under pressure from Imran Javed. He was out there in the middle earlier on in the innings, earlier than expected. But he has definitely shifted the momentum in their favour. In the process, he's crossed that 50-run mark. 51 of just 25 deliveries. That's a brilliant innings under pressure. Another hit straight down the ground towards cover sweeper. Beg your pardon. And that's been taken for a single. That will bring Sohail Ahmed on strike, who's on 22 of 26. A slow start for him. But we know, Abid, what he can do once he gets himself settled out there in the middle. He can score runs, and he can score runs quickly.
What I like about Sohail Ahmed is that he's been very consistent performer with the bat especially. Slow one, fuller. Just play towards the long ones. That is what you need in the team. You need at least a couple of your batters to be consistent performers. And one of them, Bahrain, got in the shape of Sohail Ahmed. It was an excellent. He saw his partner doing the aggression work. He made sure he gets the partnership on. He's applied himself really well. Had a slow start. Still behind that 100-run strike rate. Oh, cracker. Smoked it on the onside. That went onto the roof. What a great hit. Imran Javed is doing all sorts of the damage here.
A short ball and pulled to perfection from Imran Javed. He picks the line and the length so early, and that enables him to play the shots that he is playing here at the Oman Cricket Academy. Beautiful hit from the bat, and it's gone all the way for 6 runs. The lights are on here at the Oman Cricket Academy, the Al Amirat Cricket Grounds, and it is just the beginning. What a comeback this is from Bahrain. The first 3, 4, 5 overs, it was all about Saudi Arabia and their bowlers. But as soon as Imran Javed came in, he came out with a different approach altogether. Counter-attack was what he decided to do, and that he's excelled in doing just that. 87 for 2, as Imran has been brought in to the attack. The leg spinner was expensive in the first over, but will want to change that. Too full, I feel, from the leg spinner. Gently played towards the covers, and they scamper through for a single. I think he needs to pull the length back so that he allows the ball to turn and bounce.
Yeah, for the spinner, yes, but for the fast bowler, it's the other way around. The sooner Imran Javed sees the ball is back of the length, he goes hard at it. Oh, gets the edge. There was a need of a slip. You're spot on, Shoaib. That will run down the hill for 4.
That's such a better length to be bowling as a leg spinner. Yes, it's gone for 4 runs, but not from the middle of the bat. And to get an edge of somebody like Imran Javed, who is well set, I think that also tells you that that ball was really well bowled. A slip would have been an ideal situation. But what has transpired is that Imran Javed has got 4 more runs. Imran Yusuf should not be disappointed with that. He's bowled well on that delivery and should continue to bowl that length.
Again beats him. No slip. The ball again will run down for 4 runs. Well, you got the edge on the first delivery. Still no slip applied there by the captain. Well, this is something, an average cricket.
Yeah, for Imran Javed anyway, the captain will not think about getting a slip because he's on 66. But desperate times call for desperate measures. Look at that ball again. Just the right length. On the back foot, Imran should have played it on the front. Gets an edge, beats the fielder. And the ball trickles away towards the boundary ropes yet again. So back-to-back boundaries for Imran Javed off the edge. But those are runs nevertheless. Bahrain are now very close to that 100-run mark.
This has been solid performance when you were 2 down and the chips were down. Imran Javed has been the aggressor. Oh, now he got him. He's got him. He's got him. Surely he does. What a delivery. That slider has come in sharply. What a great breakthrough this is. Big wicket.
Yes, he has got his length right, he has got his rhythm back, and that is what has resulted in that wicket. Another delivery on the pads, again on the back foot, not learning from his mistakes, Imran Javed, and that was an easy decision for the umpire, Anant Kumar. He raises the finger, and Imran Javed is walking back after scoring a well-made 66 of just 30 deliveries, strike rate of 220. It's 96 for 3 now.
What a beautiful scenes here at Muscat, Oman. Got that ground, a green lush just between the mountains. Really beautiful place to be. And the evening vibes is over here is always a different one. Well, top of that, when you get to see some interesting game on display, it can't get better than that. 29 runs average, Haider Ali. Oh, that's a very good idea now. Yeah, yes. That's what you need to do. Bring some aggression. The first delivery, bang on target.
That was a wicket delivery right in front of the stumps. He was caught in front of the stumps, in fact, and an easy decision for the umpire, Anant. Played on the back foot, straight to the fielder. They want a single, will be sent back.
Well, a very good pressure applied here by Saudi Arabia. It's end of 12, 96 for 3. Yeah, there you go. The bigger mountain surround us straight. When you can see it just behind the Oman LNG end. So bowler coming from that similar end is another leggy. Faisal Khan is a younger brother of the captain Abdul Wahid. Oh, hit it nicely. Hit it just straight to the fielder. Played with a very powerful shot. A lot of bottom hand there. So Faisal has a unique record for him. He's got the second fastest 50 in the international after Yuvraj Singh. So all-rounder.
Flighted delivery played towards the cover. It's been hit nicely. Will only be a single though.
Well, whenever there is a wicket, Saudi Arabia feels themselves on top. They build that pressure, but that fielding is something of a worry there. They're just leaking those easy singles. There you go. That was hit hard between the two and goes for 4. And 100 comes up with that boundary.
Yes, again waited for that ball. A lot of air on that delivery from Faisal. But the good part was Sohail played it along the ground in the gap towards extra cover. Yeah, that was too full from Faisal. A diving effort. was not going to help as the ball raced away for yet another boundary. 29 of 30 for Sohail. Now he'll have to be the aggressor. He's the one who's settled out there, has spent some time in the middle. Beautiful delivery this time. Some drift in the air and a turn on offer for Faisal, beating the outside edge of the bat.
Whenever he gives it and loops it in the air, it turns out to be really great. Yeah, look at that. Beat him completely there. He just got his back leg back in just in time. Faisal is making his case stronger. Only need a wicket here. He's been brought in to company. Another leg spinner from the other end. So both the ends been operated by the leggies. Quick running and direct hit. We might have a case there. We are going upstairs. Yes, direct hit. One stump to aim at, and we might have a close call here, Shoaib.
Direct hits are always very close. We know that. So it's only going to be through that replay that we'll know whether he made it in time or not. Haider Ali was the man in question, a directed underarm. Oh well, he's comfortably in. No doubts about that. That is good running between the wickets.
Yeah, we're just checking one more time to make show that everything is in place. Even the foot was inside. Well, the red signal, I'm not sure. I think there is some technical glitch. I don't see that out. Yeah, now it's fine. Finally, the right button has been pressed.
Yes, all's well that ends well. That was a bit of a surprise there, that first signal, but now it's been corrected and all is fine. So Sohail Ahmed and Haider Ali are still out there. A 103 for 3.
Final delivery. Well, that's been hammered up in the air. And just got over him. Well, he tried there, but should have been held. He's playing the higher level. The umpire is just checking that. I think that went for 4. Just need to look into it one more time. Yeah, just pulled it around the pad. And he's hit that one. It was a hard chance. It should have been taken.
Well, that should have been taken. Should have been taken. It's a catch drop by Usman. Definitely landed before the ropes, so will be called a 4. And that'll be the end of the over as well. No, in fact, yes, end of the over.
Faisal comes in with the slip is on, and he finds the gap as well. Beautifully plated late, played it into the gap. There was enough of a gap behind the point, and it's Nelson on board. Now that dugout looks really happy.
That was placed well in the gap on the towards point, and Saudi Arabia have just lost all that momentum and that the advantage that they had got in the first few overs is now all gone as Bahrain reach 111 for 3. They go for that single. That's good running between the wickets as well. So they're getting boundaries at will, and then they're also stealing those cheeky singles. So overall, Bahrain are now in the driver's seat and will want to target at least 160 and thereabouts in this innings.
Well, with Suhail Ahmed in the end, when he'll accelerate, it'll be a little different story altogether. He might can expect over 160 Shoaib, because it's the evening time when it gets slightly better and easy to bat under the lights.
Yeah, minimum 160 is what I meant. At least 160. Anything more is also possible, but I think Bahrain will be looking to get that 160 for sure.
It's a straight, it's drilling down, and fielder just pulled it back on time, cut it down from the boundary line. It's always safe to play as straight as you could. And Suhail does complete 2 runs there. Bahrain now looked in control. That's Saudi Arabia got a brilliant start. They got 2 wickets down initially. Imran just glided towards the third. They need to hurry. A very good running. This is sensible running between the two. Suhail Ahmed alongside Haider Ali. Haider Ali is new into the crease. And now Suhail is taking charge. That's the reason he's allowing his partner to get settled. What a great performer Suhail Ahmed has been. Hit it straight towards the mid-off. They'll take only a single. It's been a great comeback from Bahrain, for Bahrain. That's 117 for 3 at the end of 14. Well, that's what we've been talking about, the brilliant start that Saudi Arabia got. They just could not carry through. This was the first wicket to fall. It was the captain, Sarfraz Ali. He knew it. He's out the moment he got that top edge, and similar delivery and similar result. Usman getting those 2 batters out. Yeah, there he goes. Pardon me. It was his partner who got the wicket. This was trap in front. Beautiful slider. Imran got those 3 wickets now for Saudi Arabia. They got a brilliant start, but just could not carry through. There you go. You can see Imran Javed and Suhail Ahmed doing the most of the work, build a partnership. They needed very crucial partnership, that one, and that too with a very healthy pace. Imran got out with over 200 strike rate. Brilliant performance this is from Imran, and alongside Suhail Ahmed, of course.
Saqib has been reintroduced in the attack after bowling 2 overs. First ball played straight towards mid-on, and they take a single. So not a lot of dot balls that we've seen. Even the good deliveries have been taken for singles, and then odd boundaries in every over has made sure that Bahrain are now comfortably placed at 117 for the loss of 3 wickets. 6 more overs to go. They would be targeting at least 60 runs.
Again, it's towards the long on. They'll take a single. Now, the point is, you made a very good point here, Shoaib, that why they have been able to take the singles, because those fielders inside the ring, they are pushed back to 30-yard circle. None of the fielders, at least the cover fielders, should be standing slightly up to stop those singles. And now I feel that mid-wicket fielder should be slightly more ahead. Okay, this has been really easy for these batters. There will be no pressure if they keep on taking singles.
Full delivery from Saqib, almost in the block hole. Great delivery, and I think all the three deliveries that he's bowled, he's targeted that length, that block hole length, and that's why been so economical in the first three deliveries.
Yeah, that came in with the angle, the right delivery at the right time, just around the stumps, not getting that leg stick uprooted. Well, we are yet to see Saudi Arabia's batting response. Oh, a full toss there. Just going towards the fine leg. Will be cut down from the boundary line by Imran Yusuf. That full toss was trying to execute the Yorker, got it a little wrong. Batter was not expecting it. That's why he could not just hit it for fence. Yeah, just a little too bigger than the full tosses, but a legal delivery nevertheless. Those 2 runs goes for the leg by his final delivery from Saqib. I bowls a slower one. He hits it straight to mid-off. And the running has been quite simple. 15 gone. 1, 2, 2 for 3.
Come on, captain, please, come on, let's get going. Thank you. कर ले पैक कर ले. ब्रिलियंट बॉय आखिरी ओवर है, अच्छा करना है मेरा भाई. जरा ओही अलग कर दे वहां से. गुल्लू पहला गेंद वही कर दे वहां जरा.
So it is Imran who will be starting his 4th over. Swept towards square leg. They're looking for 2. Will get them comfortably. Not the best of throws. So 2 runs more added to the total. Just the right time to introduce a change in the com box. A dual change. It's going to be Suhas Vedam and Mikhail Vaswani.
Thanks a lot, Shoaib. A very good evening to everyone watching. 1-2-5 for 3. It's been an excellent recovery from Bahrain. That doesn't have the elevation, but will land safely. Another excellent piece of running. What I love the most about these two is the fact that they never shy away from that extra run. Hisham was quick to get there and dispatch the throw as well on the move, but not quick enough, Mikhail.
And these are not easy conditions to go for 2s and 3s. They were not too sure about the second run, a little hesitant. Sohail, now he's had to brave the heat and sun. He also had a little bit of a break in the middle due to exhaustion.
Out of reach. And out of reach for the fielder in the deep as well. The idea is clear. Target the straighter boundaries.
Just moves, clears that left leg of his and plays it down the ground over the bowler's head. That's the safest shot. Sohail has turned out to be the mercurial star in this tournament. 50s galore for him.
His average is definitely shooting up and the team's looking forward to it. If you put yourself in Sohail's shoes, that is, be telling yourselves it's always great to play an innings of this kind when the team is expecting it the most. Sometimes that additional pressure acts as a great reward indeed. And he needs runs under his belt here. Saad, very flamboyant left-hander. They've dealt with Imran very nicely, Bahrain. It's got him while we speak. This is a typical dismissal of a leg spinner. Drawing the batter forward, making him play down the wrong line. The ball spins away from him to hit timber. Imran Yusuf strikes.
The conventional leg spinner's wicket, bowling it on middle and leg. Getting that ball to turn prodigiously and getting that off stump as well. This is a top delivery by Imran Yusuf. How well has he bowled? Haider Ali departs for 9-9. It's 132 for 4 in the 16th over.
Come on, batsman, please. Thank you. Thank you, batsman. Yeah.
A ball to go to finish the 16th. Yusuf picks up a wicket again. David Matthias. One day he'll find himself in the top order, one day in the middle order. But he's got the experience of Ranji Trophy, so he knows how to adapt. It's just that he's been short of runs in this series for now. Would expect this innings to be the game changer for him. Final delivery of Imran Yusuf. He's gone for runs, but he's picked up 2 crucial wickets. Wonderful delivery to end the spell as well. At the end of 16, 132 for 4.
Batting allowed. Partner, batting allowed, right? For batting it's allowed? Yeah.
Well done, boy. Well done, boy. Well done, boy. Sake. एक विकेट है बच्चे, एक विकेट है. शाबा boy, शाबा boy.
David, the sleeves also you have to take off. Batting? Yeah, even the same color of
Saqib to bowl the final over of his. He's been very impressive.
Excellent, excellent, Sake. Excellent, बच्चे. शाबा boy. शाबा Sake.
That half century brings up Sohail Ahmed's 50. Mr. Consistent. Oh, what a good Yorker. What a good Yorker. David Matthias yet to get off the mark. Saqib recognizes that. New man in bowl in the block hole. Absolutely, Mikhail. I think he's missed out on an opportunity here. David Matthias could have put that away.
Excellent, excellent, excellent.
That appeal was out of excitement.
Shaba boy, Shaba boy. Shaba golo.
Yeah, on the full, on the pads, could have easily been played towards the mid-wicket or squaring region. Also, edge towards the fine leg region. But he's the man that Saudi Arabia will be wary of. It's his third 50, right? Oh, he's picked that up again. Enough time on it. Mid-off up in the circle. That was a half tracker. His eyes must have lit up. And when you're batting on 50, these are easy pickings.
The 100th boundary of the tournament. The slower delivery. He picked it and then picked the bones out of it. Wasn't too far away from converting that into a 6 as well. That was the intention. Sohail Ahmed, Mr. Consistent, scoring half centuries for fun, and the man who's travelled the best. It'll be interesting to see Saqib's comeback over here. The over was going according to plan for Saqib. It's the first boundary he's conceded, Mikhail. Are you expecting another slower delivery here, Mikhail, or would he go for his strength delivery, which is block hole? Wanted to follow the batter.
He wants the second, Sohail. David Keelan says, it's my turn now.
Well throw, bache.
You talk about being too predictable there, Suhas. You don't want to go too many slow deliveries. And that's why what has worked for Saqib is that he's been very good with those well-directed deliveries into the pads. And if you can get a few more underneath the bat, it could come in very handy at this stage.
Straight to the fielder. Dot ball to finish. David Matthias will wait to get his first run. 17 overs gone. 139 for 4.
अंदर शाम अंदर चाहिए यहाँ पे अंदर है Come on, batsman, please. Thank you. Please. Let's continue. Yep. Batsman, bowling change. Bowlers coming right arm over. White ball.
White ball signalled. No two ways about it. Umpire Anantakumar Rajamani. Very clear. And what Sohail Ahmed did well on that occasion is to stay put and not move outside off.
Again, just trying to preempt too much as a bowler. You need to just stick to your lines. 18 deliveries left.
He's gone with pace, but at the wrong length. That will travel the distance for 6. Usman's getting predictable. And he's gone for a lot of runs already. 13 balls, 27 given away. Even though he's picked up a wicket.
Just going deep in the crease, staying there as well. And at this point in time, I'd want to believe that Sohail is watching the ball really well. He middled that and just drilled it over long off. What a batter he is for Bahrain. He is their mainstay.
Absolutely, Mikhail. And not just that, I love the fact that he's getting promoted time and again. First time we saw him in this series, he came in at number 5. Then it became number 4. Very situational batter. And he hasn't disappointed at all. Again, the full outside off seems to be the ploy, but predictability, that quotient has to go down for Usman. Can he change the pace as well, if not the length at least?
And it's also time for David Keelan to find his straps and get going. He's consumed 4 deliveries without getting a run. You just want to tell Sohail that release the pressure off you. He's got quite a build and demeanor in the middle. Quite a tall, broad frame. Sure he can hit the big 6s.
Places the bat in between his legs there. And a very open face of the bat, as if he wants to target the offside, but he's gone leg side this time around. Of course, the ball was also such you can hit it anywhere you want.
Looking good, Bahrain, Suhas. 148 in the 18th. Something close to 170 is what they should be happy with.
Yeah, Sohail gets a few out at the middle of the bat. They would be aiming for 175. David Matthias needs to get going as well. Not just feed the strike to Sohail Ahmed, but get going, Mikhail.
Again throws the kitchen sink at this one. Another single towards mid-wicket.
So far, it's been a good comeback by Usman after being hit away for a 6. He's bowling according to the field that's been given to him. The intent of Saudi Arabian cricketers, it's been a treat to watch. They're expecting the result to be in their favour as well. They did well by picking up 2 early wickets. Then the recovery from Bahrain's been wonderful. The calls for 2. The calls for 2 right away. He's settling for a single here. That's a fantastic throw.
And the 150 is up for Bahrain as well. One thing they've done consistently is get the runs in this tournament. They got 190 odd in the first game of theirs. Yesterday they chased down 130 as well. And today, 150 in the 18th over. Sohail should keep more strike. We just wonder why he wanted the second.
Oh, absolutely. That will travel for 6-2. That's not an easy shot to play. Sohail Ahmed. A touch of class from Sohail. This man's too talented. 18 gone, 156 for 4. Two overs to go, 156 for 4 Bahrain. And David Matthias would be taking strike now. He needs to go for the big shots right away. Bahrain have 6 wickets in hand. I won't be surprised if Veerapajaran Sadaiya tries to come out next. Good delivery. No one can play that. 2 of 7. David Keelan Mithai is under pressure. Oh, what a good delivery. Atif right on the money. You must have enjoyed that.
These are the deliveries that you want your premier fast bowlers to be dishing out in death overs. David Keelan needs to go to the non-strikers end because the manner in which Sohail has been striking the ball in this tournament, the next 11 deliveries should just be belonging to him.
Swing and a miss. Pressure. More pressure on David. The stalwart. Every player goes through a slump. And sometimes it's a matter of one good innings. This is a terrific delivery. Right outside the reach of a tall man. Not easy.
2 dot balls. And that'll serve as a little bit of frustration to the batter at the other end who's middling the ball so well. Sohail Ahmed, 69 of 51. He's telling his partner, get me on strike.
Again, not from the middle of the bat. That's been the story so far, Mikhail. We've seen him at the fluent best when he scored the 63 against Kuwait. Now as David Keelan Matthias fans back in Bahrain and of course in Bangalore region where you come from, you tend to understand that you've seen him score big shots for fun and right now he's searching for the middle of the bat. That's cricket for you, isn't it?
Yes, you have your on days and off days and you can see his body language as well. Just nodding the head in disagreement with his form and timing. What happens? There are those days where you just cannot find the middle of the bat. But the good thing is, Sohail Ahmed is on strike now. 69 of 51. Another 9 deliveries at their disposal.
Oh, good delivery. Sohail Ahmed's been there for 51 deliveries before this one and he had no answer to this. Atif, this man is a bowling machine at this moment. 4 deliveries on the trot in the right areas.
3 dot balls in the penultimate over when a batter is going all guns blazing. But that's the kind of quality Atif brings to the table, and that's why he's your death bowler. Dot, dot, a single, and another dot as well. What's coming next?
Good slower delivery. And the fact that it was dipping too much, the batter couldn't do much about it. Hisham, a little bit of a fumble, which allows an easier two. Otherwise, also, there was two on it.
The top over. At a time when most bowlers have been carted all around the ground, in comes Atif.
Yeah, the first 5 deliveries of Atif in the penultimate over, as Mikhail mentioned, has been a treat to watch. This is great exponent of good death bowling.
Almost all the deliveries underneath the bat and the low full toss as well, coming in very handy at this stage. Top class bowling by Atif. Can he finish it off with a good ball? Makes room for himself, goes over the bowler's head, takes it on the full. One bounce into the ropes. That's what Sohail does. He just improvises, shuffles, and just derails the mindset of the bowler. He ends it with a 4. Nevertheless, it's been a very decent over. 7 coming off it, 19 gone. It's 163 for 4.
I couldn't hear what you're saying. Thank you. Hey. 19 overs gone, 163 for 4. It's a great comeback by Saudi Arabia with that penultimate over from Atif. Just 7 of it. Some momentum with Bahrain as Sohail Ahmed got a boundary of the last ball. David Keelan Matthijs' 3 of 9 is proving to be a struggle, but one shot can change that. It's just that Bahrain are running out of time. You don't want anyone to be saying at the end of an innings, you're the difference between a 175 and a 169. Mid-off. Man at extra cover. Man at point. Third man's inside the circle. That's what David Matthijs has got. And there is a sweeper in place as well. He loves to go through the covers region. He's played a lot of cricket, of course, against stalwarts of Indian cricket as well, like Virendra Sehwag. Now can he borrow a leaf out of him? His book here. That's found the middle, but there is a man in the deep. Stationed exactly for that kind of a shot. Mikhail, I think Saudi Arabia are writing a book on death bowling, and it's been tremendous so far. 7 runs of the penultimate over. And then this over started with a single. The last delivery, of course, of the previous over. Terrific shot. The long off was straight, but not straight enough. Powerfully struck indeed by Sohail Ahmed. There's very little you can do anything about that. There's very little you can do. Sohail Ahmed struggling as well. That single wasn't a complete single. He wasn't running. He was trotting to the other end, then hopping a bit. It's not a good sign at all for Mr. Consistent. Yes, it's difficult to turn up for a game virtually every single day when you spent at least 50 balls in each of your innings. That's a terrific delivery. I think he twisted his ankle a little while playing that shot and getting up. The get up, the transfer of weight has caused troubles there. What do you feel?
Yes, and you can fairly understand that's because he's had a long stay in the middle as well. He's had his fair share of breaks too. One because of a little bit of dehydration, and this time around that toe of his may be hurting. Even as he receives medical attention, Bahrain would be hoping that they capitalize in the next 4 deliveries.
Absolutely. As someone who practices a lot in Isa Town, he's used to this heat for sure. But Danny wants to inspect that ankle of his. He's given it some ice for sure. Yeah, he needs a break as well. Sohail Ahmed, it's not easy to be turning up and playing 55 deliveries and score runs regularly. This Mr. Consistent, I think it's the third half century on trot, right? On the trot. Third half century on the trot. It's been an excellent innings of Sohail Ahmed. 76 not out of 55. This man can return unconquered. He's explored all areas of the ground. And whenever he clears that front foot, allows room for the bat to come through, you know that it's travelling the distance. Straight down the ground, it's been his favourite region. And this was great adjustment indeed. But this shot is one of my favourites in the penultimate over. Under pressure, just 3 of the over before this delivery, finds the boundary.
He single-handedly held fort and accelerated as well. Stay and score, that's been the mantra for him. We've travelled these roads, Suhas, and we enjoy every bit of it.
Oh, absolutely we do. Those dotted lights that act as a centipede running into the hills. It's beautiful indeed. And I love this country for another reason. It's the perfect amalgamation of tradition with modernity. And of course, you see the media boxes. Mikhail's trying to give us a wave, being very optimistic that he would be spotted from that lens. You know, those are the media boxes, and one of them is the commentary box, indeed. Back to the game, 2 runs so far. Usman's done well in the final over so far. Every ball is an event. 165 on the board for Bahrain. David knows that he's got to take a single again. Just get a feeling that Veerapadran Sadai, as someone who was able to score a 6 in 2 balls that he played in the first game, would feel a little itchy. Yes, there he is. No wonder he gets the promotion. Enjoying a hot cup of tea. Oh, it's good to run. He's fit enough to run and also ask the second run as well. Sohail Ahmed, this is what everyone had their eyes glued on. Can Sohail continue this innings? Boy, can he do anything for his country.
He stood up and he stood out in this tournament. Look at the running between the wickets. He wants to strike. He's been limping in the last 2 deliveries. But there again, just catching up on his breath for the second run. Sohail has been quite the batsman that Bahrain can look up to. Mr. Consistent all through the series.
5 runs of the first 4. Still good enough. Excellent delivery. Oops, are they going for that run? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. While he was lamenting the fact that he missed the stumps, he did not break momentum to try and be the backup that was required to stop that run. Usman's missed a trick there, even though he's delivered a beauty.
The ball just not carrying on this occasion. But another run completed. The bowler should have really backed up and come behind the stumps to collect it, but he was of course in his follow-through as well.
The final delivery, and a perfect Yorker indeed. It'll go only as far as man at backward point, who would settle for a single for sure. Doesn't even get the throw in, eventually does. 20 overs done and dusted, with Bahrain finished with 170 for 4 and 171. The mission will begin for Saudi Arabia to put their first points on the board in Mazaplay.net presents Desert Cup T20I Series.
Well, death bowling of the very highest order, let me tell you. 7 runs of the 19th over, 7 runs of the 20th over. In the end, the Saudi Arabian bowlers just came together and kept a check on the run scoring. But Bahrain will be happy with this effort of theirs. Sohail once again the man standing tall. David Keelan did struggle with timing, but he did his best to also give strike to Sohail. It's been a very fine innings. Out of 170, 70 odd runs have come from the bat of that man who scored 3 consecutive 50s in this tournament. And Bahrain once again looking good to defend this total. We'll take a look at the batting card after an early jolt where they lost 2 quick wickets. Imran and Sohail put up a very fine partnership. Imran, the dominator on that occasion, getting 66 of 30. It was quick fire innings for him. Sohail then came along, stood there and also bided time and got to 78 and 57 and accelerated when it mattered the most. And once the top order had done the job, it was just a matter of time before they get past that 150 mark. 9 extras there as far as Saudi Arabia is concerned, as they finished on 170 for 4 in 20 overs.
Saudi Arabia with a ball in hand. Atifur Rahman was terrific in his 4 overs. Bowled a maiden in a T20 contest. It's always special. Picked up the important wicket and gave just 19. Who was amongst the wickets? Imran Yusuf. Did go for runs, but the leg spinner pulled it back towards the end with 2 crucial wickets. Faisal Khan did get an over, but that didn't go his way. Mohammad Hisham Sheikh bowled a lot of slower deliveries. I thought he'd be bowling out, but that wasn't the case today. Mohammad Saqib in his 4 was very tidy as he applied pressure from one end. 4 for 22 is good enough. 2 early wickets, 1 for 3, 1 for 7, but an excellent comeback by Bahrain to stitch that partnership for the 3rd wicket. 170 for 4 at the end of 20 overs. And this is how they got to 170. The first 5 overs belonged to Saudi Arabia, picking up 2 crucial wickets. This was a very good catch. Called early, no drama. Then began the run fests. Terrific hitting straight down the ground from Imran Javed. And you cannot be bowling anything in his arc because he will go for it. Sixers is his middle name. That was half an opportunity from Yusuf because Yusuf was the one who was tying that flamboyant righty on. And once Faisal came into the attack, he went for runs. But this man, Mr. Consistent, ensured that he gets the runs once again and his team can count on him day in, day out. Terrific innings to finish unconquered yet again. Bahrain 170 at the end of their 20 overs. Saudi Arabia require 171 with a starting asking rate of 8.5. It has been done before, but let's watch if it happens again, because it's not going to be an easy run chase given the fact that Bahrain bowlers are back in form. But that's what we are setting you up for, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant run chase coming up is what all of us believe. We'll come back after a short break.
All right, we are back here. The action about to resume where we'll see the response of Saudi Arabia. It's been a great recovery from Bahrain when they were out earlier, 2 wickets for 7 runs in the first 2 overs. And then one big partnership. That's what we've been talking about. The partnership between Imran Javed and Haider, pardon me, between Sohail was the key pillar for this innings, and Sohail went on to register his third 50 in the 3 games that he played. What a fabulous performance this is from Sohail Ahmed. Big man, consistency is something that he carries with him. And in the bowling department, hello, 1 wicket for Atif Rahman, a wicket for Usman Najib, and then Imran Yusuf getting 2. The remainers went for some runs as well. Only economy of Mohammad Saqib is something that we can talk about for 5.5. Well, to talk about more to this game, I'll be joined by Shoaib Ahmed. Welcome, Shoaib.
Good evening, Abid, and good evening everyone who's joined us for this game between Saudi Arabia and Bahrain. The first innings is already done and dusted, and now it is Saudi Arabia who'll have to bat well to get to that 171 runs that they will have to chase in the allotted 20 overs. A run rate of 8.55 will get them there, but it's going to be the start that will matter the most for Saudi Arabia. Abdul Wahid Abdul Ghaffar, the captain, will be opening the innings. 10 matches for him, a strike rate of 103 and a best of 41. Now that is some early numbers for Abdul Wahid. Early in his career, he's been given that responsibility of opening the innings and also leading the side. So he has to lead by example and score some runs for his side tonight.
Indeed. That's Imran Khan for you. Got 4 wickets in the previous game. Really went through the batting order of Oman.
Let's play.
And they just did a miraculous work to defeat the home side. There you go, first ball. Lets that go. Some late swing from Imran Khan. That's been the regular part of his bowling. Swinging is the key, where you need to negotiate with the swing. There you go. Not here, but while it went to the keeper, there was some movements. So I think it would be better to keep that good line and length for Imran. He knows things too about taking up wickets up front. Nicely. Oh, that you don't expect that kind of a fielding there. I think there's just some sloppy fielding. 2 fielders looking each other, and the ball passes through. First runs on board for Saudi Arabia. Off the mark, Abdul Wahid.
He's very complacent on that occasion, did not anticipate the ball. 2 fielders very close to each other in that point region. You'll see that now. Both of them were in 2 minds whether to stop that or not, and when that happens, that confusion more often than not results in runs for the opposition.
Nicely punched to the captain, Sarfraz Ali. Definitely he'll be looking for the early wicket. 171 is the target. Little too much for Saudi Arabia. They haven't crossed 135. I reckon the last time they batted. But they're improving. The bowling has been impressive today, especially the new bowlers. Playing in the V, that's a positive sign now. Because most of the batters from Saudi Arabia, they play across the line, a lot of horizontal shots. Nasad Khan has come as an opener with Abdul Wahid. That will make the right and left hand combination. Too early for him. He's also having his debut tour this one. Haven't showed his real abilities with the bat so far. Beats him outside off. Good delivery with the angle going away to the left-hander.
Yes, I think that angle will create some problems for the batter, and that is why you see a slip in place. That's the right approach. He does tend to move the ball away from the left-hander. Imran has started off well. It's not going to be easy for Saudi Arabia, that's for sure. Bahrain have got a very strong bowling lineup. Punched off the back foot, straight to point, no run. And that'll be a dot ball to end the over as well. Saudi Arabia, after the first over, are 3 for no loss.
Number 22 to bowl, number 22. By leg stick. Gadi. Thank you. Bowlers coming right time over. Okay.
And Mohammad Butt. He's got a little bit of experience. First tour for him. Oh, some movement, but very well played by the captain of Saudi Arabia. Negotiated with that outswinger and hits it into the gap. Beautiful shot. That's the first boundary for Saudi Arabia.
The timing on that shot was impeccable, right on to the middle of the bat. Great punch in the gap, everything right, great balance as well. And when you tick all the boxes, you get 4 runs. Abdul Wahid Zafar on 7 of 5 as Saudi Arabia get their first boundary of the innings.
It's not easy to play in this deck against the new ball bowlers. Again, the plies of the bat. The ball travels to the backward point. That point area is where you find a lot of traffic. The fielders are planted there. The idea is to invite the batter to play a cut shot maybe. For that you really need to pull your length really back. It wouldn't be a bad idea. I think Mohammad Rizwan has that pace where he can test the batter on the back foot. Ancient taken! A wicket! What a great start this is for Bahrain. They got the man. Captain has to take a walk out. Abdul Wahid departs. Plan worked and worked really well.
That was a good ball, just the right length. Wanted Abdul Wahid to drive that ball, and that swing in the air has definitely got him. That wicket takes the edge, and what a great effort by the keeper there to make sure that he's got both hands onto the ball, caught by Ahmer and bowled by Rizwan. So the captain walks back, and Saudi Arabia, they've lost their first wicket with 7 runs on the board.
Well, a big man there, Kashif Siddiqui. His runs are due. Haven't fired so far in the tournament, but he's got that capabilities to get that run perfect. Batter to come at number 3. They got a lot of runs under the belt back home. And now both the batters need to open their account first. It was captain. In fact, both the captains did not show their talent. Nicely behind it. Good bowling. So Rizwan will have to bowl to the two left-handers now. The angle that we've been talking about. That's how. What a great take that is from Ahmed. Look at the reaction. And tell you what, he's replacing Umar Toor, who got injured on the very first game. Wicketkeeper being a very crucial member of the team. They kind of carry the entire team. They need to be very proactive. They need to keep on shouting around the ground. You just not need to be good with the gloves, but with the great vocals as well.
One of the busiest players on the ground, the wicket-keeper. Meanwhile, it's been a good over, just 4 runs and a wicket. Played towards point again and another dot ball. So a successful over for Bahrain as Rizwan got that wicket of Abdul Wahid Abdul Ghaffar. Saudi Arabia after 2 overs are 7 for 1.
Majid, ja. David, come, David. David in, partner. David in. Come on, guys, come on.
Well, it's the two left-handers. Both of them need to get off the mark now. The two fielders out is regular for the fast bowler. The third and the fine leg pushed back. Imran Khan. Well, this is good shot. Excellent hit. Goes for 4 runs. Placed it beautifully. Playing across the line and getting off the mark with the boundary. That's a very good sign for any batter.
That was a great shot from the batter there, making sure that he plays it in the vacant area. More importantly, that length, he picked it up pretty nicely. Saad looks always pleasing when a left-hander plays that shot. Edged and will fly towards the deep third. Chase for the fielder, diving. And I think it was David there at deep third who makes sure the ball is inside the ropes. Well, they've taken 3 runs. That's great running between the wickets. A direct hit on the bowler's end. They've gone upstairs. They will check in the replay, but I think David has hurt himself in the process of trying to stop that ball in that deep third region.
A lot of drama there. Got the edge, flung, and that dive just landed awkward. Yeah, was not able to throw the ball back quite. Oh, no, he's given up. And the throw over here made a little bit of a chance here. The rain, and he was overrun and over here. Oh, touch and go, touch and go. We have a case here, a drama here. I think he's got him. That's what I feel. Yeah, he's well behind the line. Well, a wicket out of nowhere for Bahrain. Yeah, they can see in the big screen. They're already celebrating, I think. So the red light is out. And batter has to take a walk out. Well, the umpire are still confirming. Yes, it is out. It's a wicket. And a welcome wicket there. Out of nowhere. We need to check with David if he's okay.
Yeah, that was good presence of mind from the keeper, Ahmed, who made sure after collecting, he threw it at the non-striking end, hit the bullseye, a direct hit, and it's the end of the innings for Saad Khan, who's walking back for 7 of 4, and Saudi Arabia lose their second wicket. It's 16 for 2 now.
The Kashyap will be on a strike. Oh, swung it away and angle. Well, we'll need to see that replay. The running between the wicket between the two over here. He's got the agent ball going to the third, and there was a Kashif, pardon me, David, and this is how it happened. You see that Saad overran, and Kashif called him up, and very good presence of the mind from the keeper. Bullseye, a direct hit, and always makes the case. And Ahmed bin Nasir, fabulous with the gloves. He's been involved in both the wickets. First one, he took a catch out of thin air, diving, and now a run out. And angling away, hits it in the gap, gets 4 runs. Beautiful shot. But that's how you need to do to get the pressure off.
That was a great shot again. Great balance on that. Waited for it and played it in the gap. Another shot that you always enjoy watching a left-hander play that shot. Beautifully done. Exquisite. Classy. They still need a lot of runs, and for them to chase this down, they want to get those runs in the power play. Fuller delivery straight to the mid-on fielder. Hit hard, but just couldn't find the gap on that occasion. Kashif Siddiqui will be a dot ball.
Well, kind of a similar start for both the teams there. They lost their openers little early. This one hit hard, straight to fielder. Yes, you need to just understand that if you want to take single, you don't need to hit the ball really hard, especially when you're playing towards the fielder. Or maybe there is a little bit of a hope of a boundary. On the onside, the call is yes, they'll run for 1. That will bring a third over to an end. It's 19 for 2, Saudi Arabia. It will be Mohammad Rizwan Butt from Oman tail end. Oh, that goes up in the air. Not sweet timing on it. Fielder settling underneath it and dropped it. What a costly drop that is. The bowler's hard yard is being put away. Chance goes begging. Oh, goodness me.
That should have been taken. That was high up in the air. Another wicket on the offer for Bahrain. Another chance to strike. Everything was in their favour until this moment. Eyes off the ball just at the last moment, and he has grasped that. That was Satya, normally a good fielder, but on that occasion he's dropped a sitter.
Wow. Got that little inside edge. Troubled Hasib. Hasib is aware of us struggling there because he's the new man where you can apply the pressure on. It was Kashif Siddiqui who got the chance, and now you should be looking forward to avail that opportunity. You don't get chances like that. It was an easy, simple catch put down by Satya. Full slice of the bat straight to fielder. Now the difference over here, what I can figure it out, Shoaib, is that they're not taking singles a lot, trying every time to hit the ball hard.
Yes, haven't taken a lot of singles as Hasib Ghafoor is the new man. A strike rate of 114 and a best of 36. The keeper batter. Just a nudge. So either they're dealing in boundaries and sixes, or they are playing a lot of dot balls. Saudi Arabia. A similar start for Bahrain, but then they got a strong middle order performance coming in the form of Sohail Ahmad, who's been a consistent run getter for Bahrain. Somebody from Saudi Arabia will have to stand up and perform in a similar fashion. Nicely pulled, beating the edge of the bat. Rizwan. Another great spell on display of fast bowling, getting the length right, beating the edge of the bat, and not a lot of foot movement from Hasib, and hence you see that the outside edge of the bat narrowly missed by that ball from Rizwan.
Final delivery, and they'll be running quick. Taking single, that's what you need to do. When you're 2 wickets down, you need to take these singles really quickly. Hit the ball slightly softer. 21 for 2 at the end of 4, Saudi Arabia. Hasib took a little while to change in the bowling. Satya get the opportunity to bowl. He's robbed the catch earlier in the outfield inside the ring. That was easy. A sitter there, just taking his eyes off on the final moment. Given responsibility here to bowl, make for that drop. Oh, what a beautiful delivery to start with. Perfect in swinger. Goes towards the final leg of trouble here. Maybe a chance of run out. Well, it's all happening here. What a great bowling this is. Satya absolutely on target.
Well, that was a great start to the over from Satya. Remember, he just dropped a catch, so that will also be playing on his mind. Well, that's a very good ball, and it also hit the back leg. I think it's the height that could be a factor, but otherwise, I think that was a good shout from Satya for a leg before.
Yeah, it's given as leg byes, so clearly no bat involved. Oh! He did a similar thing, but this time against the left-hander. Well, he's doing some serious nip-in bowling there to both the batters. Look at that. Unplayable. Unplayable delivery from Satya.
Yes, he's using that angle to his advantage, coming around the wicket and cramping Kashif Siddiqui for room. That just cut him in half, beating him. All ends up. Played towards point this time. A direct hit would have been an easy decision for the umpire. Misses the target, and they've taken a run.
Well, he took his time before hitting it. He had only one stump to aim at. The batter has given up. Look at that. Oh, little close, but shies at the stumps. Well, I think there is some problem. The physio is out. He's just taking his thigh guard out, I think. Or maybe. The magic spray is out. And let's have a look at these deliveries. It was just it's slow. And yes, no, yes, no. The calling is not being so accurate between the two batters. Now this is where the fielder had all his time. All he had to do is hit the stumps. It's very hard to do that when you have only one stump to aim at. Yeah, these players do practice day and night. But it's a little different when it comes to the match. The game is on, the pressure is on. And lets that go. And was expecting a wide there. There was a width of the Hasib is struggling kind of to get some runs. Yeah, there you go. Look at that swing. It was away from the right-hander by the keeper when he collected. There was a two-way swing. Good bowling. This is very good bowling.
Has been a good over so far from Satya. He's coming over the wicket now for Hasib. Clipped off the pads towards the fine leg. Will be a single. And that'll also be the end of the over. 5 overs, 24 for 2. Change in the voices in the com box. It's going to be Suhas Vedam and Mikhail Vaswani.
Bowling change. Bowlers coming left arm over.
Five overs gone, 24 for 2. It's important that he's 100% fit here. Hasib Khafoor is taking his own sweet time to get going as well. Oh, good shot. That shall break the shackles and that will make him feel so much better. Pulls it to perfection. Much needed boundary as well for Saudi Arabia. Joined by Mikhail Vaswani.
Oh yes, the fight is on. Despite losing wickets, they want to continue to attack. They need to overhaul this total of 170. Enough time to just play the pull shot in front of the wicket, and that's a very nice hit as it trickles down towards the mid-wicket boundary. Hasib is a very fine batter. If he gets support from the other side, I'm sure they'll find this match an interesting one. Imran already conceding a 4 in his second delivery. Will be a little under pressure. An economy of over 8. 20 wickets for him. The 33-year-old left-arm pacer will want to make an impact. Fine legs up in the circle. You'd not want to bowl that line. You run the risk of leaking runs, and that's why you need to bowl to your field. He has as many as 5 fielders on the off inside the circle. A backward point, a conventional point. Covers, extra cover, short extra cover for catching. And now mid-off moves slightly outside the circle. Much better delivery. Is that a wicket? Yes, it is. Imran strikes. The ball climbed onto the batter. Hasib just edges one. This is a big wicket and a much needed one. Bahrain continue their good run in the middle. 3 down, Saudi Arabia.
Finally reward. Imran Javed cutting down on the room there. The angle doing wonders. Yes, it did take a bit of the bat. Bewildered batter, but a good take in the end. Hasib Ghafoor's stay has come to an end. 6 of 13 is not good enough. Saudi Arabia reeling here. 28 for 3. Faisal Khan, one day he's opening the batting, one day he's coming in at number 5. More importantly, he needs to get going here. Faisal Khan can turn the game around. We've seen that before. On this particular series, he hasn't been in his 100%, Mikhail. There will be doubts in his mind for sure, but he needs to overcome those demons.
Just been pushed down the batting order as well. That'll really help his confidence. Off the mark of the very first ball. Nice little push towards covers. What you associate with Faisal Khan is hand-eye coordination. Does not use much of his feet in the crease. He's more of a stand and deliver. This one climbed well. Just trying to play it down towards backward point. Couldn't quite get underneath this. Very good ball there as well by Imran. A wicket for him in the very first over.
Did start the over with a boundary early on. What a good comeback from Imran Javed. 1 ball to go. I'll tell you what, when that catch was dropped, Rizwan was furious. And of course, he wanted to provide the third breakthrough, break the partnership. Bahrain, they kept on buzzing. They didn't let their shoulders droop down. And as a result, another wicket. Good negotiation. A single to end the over. It's important that Kashif continues as a left-hander as well in the mix. At the end of the first power play, 30 for 3. The first 6 overs have been very eventful indeed. They've been kept under check. The Saudi Arabian cricketers. What a good take that was. That started the slump. The fielding has been excellent indeed today, barring that drop catch. Whenever the gaps were found, they were terrific to watch indeed. And this was wonderful as he got into position early. But then when he lacked the room, he soon realized that the ball had edged. The shoulder of the bat has disobeyed Veerabhadran Sadaya. He's got a very short run-up, but very effective as he hits the right length. Even with the short run-up, he's able to generate that extra bit of bounce as we saw. Good shot. Initial thoughts of converting that into 2 as well. This is good cricket all around, Mikhail. Just love the commitment there. It did require a tumble to keep it under control. Bahrain, it's important for Bahrain to keep Faisal Khan under check because he's someone who's a little underconfident. He needs to get going. But the kind of flamboyant Faisal Khan we've seen before, if we have to take that as an indication, I believe it's just a matter of one shot. One good shot for Faisal Khan. Is he in form or is he not in form? Simple as that. He plays with a very clear mind. And Saudi Arabia are praying that he comes good today. There comes the biggie, but that does not have elevation. This should be taken. It's a simple pouch indeed. Misery continues for Faisal Khan. He walks back for just one. The nightmare continues indeed. Saudi Arabia lose their fourth, 31 for 4.
Midon was up in the circle. Faisal Khan believed he could get past him. Only got height on this occasion, not the distance. In no position whatsoever. Inside the crease is where he wanted to hit that ball from, into long on. But a very good catch. Had to just run a few steps back, and Faisal Khan's poor run continues in the Desert Cup. He's out for 1 and 2 deliveries in the 7th over. Saudi Arabia all over the place, 31 for 4.
Mohammad Hisham Sheikh, 26 years of age, again searching for that big innings, 94.3, that strike rate. That best of 29 doesn't mirror his caliber. He was scoring centuries for fun in the SEAF competitions back home. Different sides, different composition of those sides, and of course the kind of talent he's up against right now would be the real test, and that is exactly why Mazaplay.net presents Desert Cup T20I Series is so important for these associate nations to test waters. This is why Faisal Khan's back in the hut. A simple pouch. Veerapatiran Sadaiya is amongst the wickets.
Each time Saudi Arabia have looked to accelerate and they have lost a wicket, and that's been the story for them all through this tournament. In the first match they managed only 86 runs in the 20 overs against Oman. In the second game as well they could not really chase down the total, and yet again this time around they're losing the plot in their bid to get close to the total of 170 set by Bahrain. This will be Bahrain's second win if they go past Saudi Arabia. It could have easily been 3 on 3. Nicely played, watchful. They've just not been able to get the gaps, find the gaps, get the boundaries. Take the pace off the ball, make it slightly more difficult for the batter to play through the line. Kashif Siddiqui and Mohammad Hisham Sheikh in the middle.
The required rate's climbing now. That's what a wicket could do. One more delivery to go to in the 7th. I think you're done. Absolutely, we are 33 for 4. And it's a good comeback by Bahrain.
None of the batters going into double figures. The two of them in the middle, Kashif batting on 9, Hisham on 1. The openers failed to get going in pursuit of 171 is what they were looking for. Hasib and Faisal as well fell very early. So 4 wickets, really adding a lot of problems here for Saudi Arabia. On the back foot at the moment in this chase. 7 overs gone. They've managed only 33 runs.
You don't want to leave too much for Atif, Saqib and the men to come. Saudi Arabia know that, and it's a must-win game for them. Left-handed Kashif can be a problem for so many bowlers in Bahrain. But he needs to get going. He needs to get going right away. Doesn't have the time to do so. The required rates climbing to 11.
And quite rightly so. A must-win for them, else they could just be staring down the barrel in this tournament and could be moving south in that points table as well. He wants the single sent back by his partner. You don't want another wicket courtesy a run out. Already Saudi Arabia playing catch up in this game. But it's been great exposure for them, for a team that plays on cement pitches, on grounds which are not equipped with the modern day turfs. They have surely made the most of it. Again pushes it with soft hands towards covers for a single. That's a better run. Kashif Siddiqui is showing some great signs of being a very good compact player. It's the impact players in them that need to come out. How well has Imran bowled into his second over? In 9 deliveries, he's conceded just 7 and taken a wicket as well. And that was a very good delivery that climbed on the batter. Fuller driven through extra cover. Exquisite shot from the blade, let me tell you. It wasn't that a bad delivery, just that the execution this time around and the placement and the timing by Mohammad Hisham Sheikh was spectacular. Just presented the full phase of the bat and the fielder at mid-off could not do much about it. Much needed boundary.
That's a good comeback. I think should have been there a couple of balls earlier as well, Imran Javed. With Imran Javed, you get that additional pace factor. Mikhail, around this time, around the 8th over that is, do you think the dews already started to set in? Because we've seen a couple of towels. Not everyone has their towel out.
The towels come out in the second game. Quite a few of them carry the towel.
Poor delivery, and it gets deposited just in the right direction. Didn't have to do much, helping it on its way. Boundary to end the over. 8 gone, 43 for 4. Wickets falling at regular intervals. That's been the problem for Saudi Arabia. Imran Khan's wicketless so far, but he could be very effective towards the death as well. Wicket apiece for Mohammad Rizwan Butt, Sadhya Veerapatiran and Imran Javed. 43 for 4 in 8 overs. Higher economy here, 9.1. That's a good delivery. Keep it out of reach of the batter. Even the single was challenged. I think they have another. No, they'll settle with a single. Good backing up eventually. It's not often do you see the second run not being taken if the overthrow has gone in the deep.
Shad the stumps, a direct hit. Would have just found the batter struggling. Sachin Kumar, the leg spinner, He's bowled well but not tasted much success in this tournament. The Pacers have made merry on the surface, getting wickets. Pulls it towards the mid-wicket region. Work to do. They're thinking about the second. They'll keep it to 1. Good fielding in the end.
Every time Hisham's come out to bat as well in this particular series, he's been under pressure because of the scoreboard that he inherits. Gentle nudge for a single. That won't cut the mustard here. They've got to go for the big shots, because if they leave it too late, you're putting additional pressure on the men to come. And Atif, Saqib, yes, they can go for the big shots indeed, but they need to be served a good scorecard and an asking rate which is manageable and not something that's marching to its own drumbeat. And Kashif Siddiqui needs to come good from here on. 15 of 19, he's been there for the most parts. That's a stutter for a single. Eventually they'll come through. Single of each ball, Mikhail. The boundary's been evading them. Saudi Arabia in search of a boundary.
Quick single towards covers. This will not trouble Bahrain that much. Saudi Arabia need the big hits. They've just not had that power hitter in the middle overs.
A ball to go to finish the 9th. 5 runs of the over. It's very tidy from the leg spinner, Sachin. And what I've also liked about Sachin is that he's just kept the batter guessing when the wrong one will come out. Not a single wrong one yet. This one was more of a slider. 6 balls, 6 singles. He's kept it very, very simple, Sachin. Saudi Arabia 49 for 4 after 9.
Make it fast, please. Thank you. Make it fast. Thank you. Other way. थोड़ा सा ले.
One over to go before the halfway stage, and Saudi Arabia would want to be ahead in terms of runs. 49 for 4 in 9. They've been kept under check by excellent bowling, be it pace or spin. Bahrain have come out with a plan. Kashif Siddiqui, it's not for the lack of trying, but the middle of the ball, the middle of the bat, that's been evading. Again, not from the middle. Second run is on. The second run is on. 50 comes up for Saudi Arabia, but it's been a struggle. What do they do at this stage to get to the required rate? Target at least a couple of bowlers, not one. One would not do the trick here. They need to target at least a couple of bowlers. Now, what I like about this run is the fact that he was in the back foot. When you're on the back foot, that additional transfer of weight's required. First sign of aggression, and it pays off. Just over the man in the deep, but the risk had to be taken. Kashif Siddiqui is providing the impetus, and Saudi Arabia would believe this is the first of many, many more to come.
Oh yes, they need a lot more of it, and if Kashif Siddiqui can hang around and bring these shots out, it'll come in very handy. That was a half tracker at a perfect height, perfect length. Just the license the batter's looking forward to. And Kashif will not miss out on these scoring opportunities. They'll certainly help his confidence in the middle. He's taken his time. It's been a pretty much a run-a-ball innings, and he'll want to increase that strike rate of his now.
That's a good shot. He's called for the second run, but the second will not be possible. It's gone straight. The fielder didn't have to change his run path. Just went on straight. It's easier to line up and get the throw in when you're running in straight rather than an angled run. Mohammad Hisham Sheikh, he knows the runs in this over haven't come by despite that 6. So will he go for the big shot as well? He's got 3 balls to face. He's targeting the gaps all right, but the denominations, they have to be bigger.
That's been an area of concern for Saudi Arabia. They've just not been able to construct that chase in this tournament, and when batting first, they've not really known how to get to a sizable total. Taken on the full flick towards mid-wicket. They won the second. They'll keep it to 1.
A ball to go. It's been some form of recovery, but a long way to go for Saudi Arabia. But some momentum thanks to that 6 from Kashif Siddiqui. But they're soon getting into a zone where both of them have to attack, not just one. Cheeky doesn't get it from where he wants to. The throw was on the move, hence a little wayward. That single's complete, and that means Mohammad Hisham will retain strike. At the halfway stage, Saudi Arabia 60 for 4.
Right, so after a drinks break, Saudi Arabia will want to feel that they are rejuvenated in this run chase. Definitely lagging behind in terms of the run rate. With me in the comm box is Suhas Vedam, who was wanting to be with me in the comm box. Pleasure to have you, Suhas.
Inside out, that shot was called for. Mohammad Hisham Sheikh gets a move on. Thank you very much, Web. Yeah, Abid has to go down for other duties.
Just a perfect start to the over after the break. A flighted delivery. Good looking shot. Got his front foot out of the way and then just peppered that extra cover boundary for 4. Another ball. Needs a comeback, Sachin. Nicely pulled. This is much better. Closer to the stumps and got some turn on as well.
I think he's trying to... I think he's trying to make a web around the batter with the one that doesn't turn. Just look at the field, Shoaib.
Used his feet again and wanted to play to over extra cover. Finds the field at cover sweeper. Not the best of throws. Bahrain, they don't need to do anything out of the box here. They've been bowling well and have stuck to their plans. I think they just need to continue following the basics. Good ball. Very good ball.
This one was the first wrong one. It took him 10 deliveries. Wants to ensure that the batter keeps waiting for that delivery.
Rocked on the back foot this time, but finds the fielder Rizwan at short covers. They need a boundary every over. They've got one on the first ball of the over. I thought it would be a great opportunity for them to get some more runs, but that's been a good comeback from Sachin.
100%.
Another dot ball, and that will be the end of the over. Just 5 runs off it. 11 overs have been bowled. Saudi Arabia are lagging behind in terms of that run chase. 65 for 4. Good ball, good start to the over. Danish starts off well, almost a block hole delivery, Suhas.
Not a bad time to bowl his second. Knows that the batter are coming after him. History has it that he's a terrific. Oh, that's a good dive. Eventually had to dive to get back in. That's a good throw as well. Now Danish is someone who loves to purchase a wicket. And he's got a very quick one as well. Watch out for that one. No hesitation. That's what I like about this run. The second run was on, and Hisham quickly realized the dive was something that was required. Laundry is not a problem. Not putting a price on your wicket is.
Yeah, so true. You need to have to value your wicket, and you could see that effort in that run. As of now, the keeper looks at, I think it's hit him. Looks to be fine now. Bahrain using 2 leg spinners. Now the dive must have bruised his arm. Let's look at that in the replay again. That first run taken. And then going for the second, thought that the throw... I think the throw was good. and on the stumps. And as you can see, the training has worked. That was one bounce on the turf so that the ball skids on and comes quicker to the keeper. Very well done there. So 2 leg spinners are used by Bahrain. Suhas, what do you think of that?
I'm just praying that both these leg spinners get their wrong gun out, at least to get Kashif back in the hut. Because Mohammad Hisham Sheikh is definitely a strong suit for him to play leg spin, especially when it's turning away from him. We've seen that before, many a time, in not just this particular league, but elsewhere as well. But Kashif Siddiqui, the left-hander, with the ball turning away from him, would be an interesting ploy. And on this track as well, with the pitch report, we saw that there is some lively grass from which the ball skids on for the left-hander. It's a very convenient patch for the bowler to land in a left-handed, for a left-hander, and that is why he can get that wicket.
Played towards the long on, against the turn. Will only be a single. So the 2 leg spinners. Do you think we will see a lot of spin bowlers being employed as we proceed further into the tournament?
The middle overs, they're going to be taken control by spin, and I think someone like Zishan Maqsood's already set the template after last game. He brought in Ayan Khan, he brought himself on, he held back Nadeem for the last overs. Oops, he did fall down. I think the dew is taking its course. Full effect perhaps, but that didn't deter him from his commitment. It's a very awkward position to collect the ball though, because you have to recover and dispatch the throw.
That was a full toss, again a juicy full toss, played straight to the fielder, and you can see that he slipped and was waiting for the ball to come to him. That's a much better delivery from Danish. They've gone upstairs again. Let's look at that in the replay. I think, looking at the body language, it's just been an ambitious appeal from Bahrain.
That's a very good delivery. He's invited the batter for that drive. That extravagant drive had to come by, because the boundary ball is something they're still searching for in the over. Required rate is playing its own music. It's not listening to them.
It is increasing, isn't it, with every passing over.
It's connected to an amplifier.
Hitting the crescendo.
Well done. This is what happens when you have 2 choristers in the commentary box.
Aspiring is the word.
Speak for yourself. I think he did drag his foot back. Did he in time though? Well, it's always tricky. Ahmed bin Nasir, he waited for the right moment as well. He didn't collect and whip immediately. Waited for the right moment. He thought perhaps that transfer of weight will allow him a better opportunity. That's a beautiful shot. The second line of defense will use football skills to keep it in play. The third run's on. Again, the third run, when there is a lot of heat, is just testimony to the fitness levels. Of course, the sun has died down, comparatively less heat, but someone like Muhammad Ali has worked really hard with the boys to keep them in good shape.
And they're checking the boundary here now, but I think that was a clean save. That foot just coming between the ball and the rope just at the right time. That looks safe.
That looks safe to have saved a boundary, but that looks unsafe for the man himself, because these are the times where the ball can trickle under you and the ankle can go for a toss if you step on the ball.
Oh, very risky. We've seen that happen quite a few times. When you step on the ball, it is very dangerous, especially for your ankles. You can twist your ankle and you can be out of action for months, if not more. Beautiful chip straight down the ground, but straight to the fielder as well. He's timed it to perfection and has found the long off fielder. Didn't have to move a lot. Rizwan and a simple catch to dismiss Kashif Siddiqui. And that's wicket number 5 down for Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, something had to give. 0-2, 1-1-3. Those were the runs in this over. He went with the wrong gun. We were discussing that as a great threat to the left-hander. And he does pay the price there, Siddiqui, for not getting the elevation. Kashif Siddiqui's stay has come to an end. It was a struggle indeed. 72 for 5 in 12.
72 for 5. Kashif on 27 of 30. And that wicket would go to Danish.
Quick, Shaba, Sajin. Wait. याद रखा लाइन पे रहना याद रखा करो अंदर रोकना बाहर रहने दो ठीक है जाबा चला ठीक है मार कर लें सचो
Rocked on the back foot. This ball is racing away towards the third boundary. Sarfaraz, the skipper, does well to restrict the ball from crossing the ropes.
A lot relies on Hisham and Saudi Arabia praying that he gets the elevation. Well, he does get the height, but no distance. The bowler himself has called for it. It's a terrific catch. Circling around is not easy, and you know that. But he never took his eyes off the ball, and Sachin just shows the world why the bowlers are the best fielders of their own bowling.
So true. You see them giving that 200% when it's off their own bowling. But that was definitely a difficult catch. Running behind is never easy. And you can see he kept his eyes on the ball all throughout. And that is what was key to that catch. Brilliantly done.
Mohammad Hisham Sheikh's got to trot back for 24 of 18. Again, not an innings that set the game up. 74 for 6.
पिछला जो बॉल किया था याद रख के ठीक है भूलना नहीं अलग लेग कर दो मार्क
74 for 6, Saudi Arabia. Well, it's getting even more difficult for Saudi Arabia, especially now with the new man in Usman Najib.
I'll tell you what does the required rate ask you for someone who can strike at 233? But it's been 2 matches, and those are the stats reflecting those 2 matches.
And 7 runs.
Yeah, but 233 the strike rate. There you go. Look at the positives.
Of course, they would want him to get more than 7 at that strike rate. Looks like a strong, heavy built lad, Usman Najib, and what great turn on that delivery. Very unusual for Usman Najib, the man who's got a strike rate of 233, to try and block that. I thought he'll go all guns blazing from ball number 1.
Absolutely, that's what the situation demands from him, but that is a dream delivery for any leg spinner to a right-hander.
It's very well bowled. He's getting his rhythm. He's getting better with every over, Sachin. There you go. That was a very short-lived approach. That defense on the front foot. Immediately back to his original role of trying to tonk the ball out of the park.
He tried to defend it. He's tried to go after the bowler. Nothing has worked. It's still the same delivery. He deliberately kept it slightly outside his reach.
Smart bowling. That's smart bowling. Good intent. Just the execution was not up to the mark. But that's a thinking bowler out there, Sachin, and very well pointed out by Suhas. He's got to slip in place. Too full, and again missing it completely. Usman Najib.
Where Sachin comes from, it's a great school of leg spin bowling. Mangalore and Bangalore regions where he's played most of his cricket though. Coached by Jayaprakash. Mikhail's good friends with him. 13 overs gone, 75 for 6. Saudi Arabia struggling for momentum.
दोनों सज्जे हैं
Yeah, guarding middle stump.
तू बहुत दूर है
Yes, middle stump.
सिंगल हो जाएगा
Slightly. Yes, legs.
थैंक यू शबा 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 गाय शबा
Danish is the new bowler. 2 overs was expensive in his 2, but got a wicket. Nicely bowled, equally well played on the back foot. 96 needed of 42 deliveries, Suhas.
Banish the words dot balls from your mind if you're the batter. Irshad Mubashir has played his first ball. I think he'll draw confidence from the fact that he put bat to ball compared to his partner. On this occasion, even that didn't happen. They need to find the bigger shots, but the question is, it's easier said than done, of course, Shoaib. But if he's going to show intent, what are his options here?
The slog sweep, number 8, you can expect that from him. But what is good about this bowling effort from Danish is that he's bowling it outside off and not on the stumps. So not allowing the batter to play towards the onside.
There's been a clear shift in the approach of Bahrain. What's a good ball for a right-hander would be a poor one for a lefty. Still he's got it covered. It's only a single. There's been a shift in the approach, do you think so, Shoaib? They were going for the kill in between. Now Bahrain are settling for let the game play out. Let's keep it out of reach. Let's build pressure with the dot balls.
I think they're still looking to take wickets. I'm sure they would want to wrap things up as soon as possible, especially now since Saudi Arabia are 6 down and 2 new batters out there in the middle. They would want to get a bigger margin in terms of the win. So as many runs as they can in terms of that win margin, that will help their net run rate, which is definitely going to come into picture.
Brilliant point, Shoaib. One team's playing for the first column in green, and the other team's playing for the last column.
Absolutely. That's been hit straight down the ground. Will not go the distance. So I would want Bahrain to feel that they have the game in their grip and would want to finish it off as soon as possible. End of the over. It is 78 for 6 after 14.
उससे बोल हेलमेट ले जाए अगले ओवर में क्या किसको दिया था मैंने डबल यार जाने के पास है मिडल सीख सर सचो अवे फ्रॉम यू स्लाइटली वन चेक किया ओए मिडल राइट आर्म ओवर लेग लेग से थोड़ा ऊपर बॉलिंग राइट आर्म ओवर ओके पकड़ी बहुत एक्सीलेंट एक्सीलेंट अड़े नहीं चबा 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 सचो
78 for 6, 14.1. Sachin continues. And this has been played towards the short third. What a great spell this is from Sachin Kumar. And as you mentioned, he's learnt from one of the best in the business.
Alright, it's not a replica of what happened in the second delivery of the previous over. We're still back live. I think you talk to someone like Sachin Kumar, he keeps it very simple. He tells, turn the ball when the batsman's not expecting it to. Don't turn it when he's expecting it to.
That does sound simple. Haven't seen a wrong one yet from Sachin, especially against Usman Najib now, who must have been wired that every ball is going to turn away from him. One that comes in would be a great delivery to be bowling to somebody like Usman. Can he get the wrong one here? Big appeal. Not out, says the umpire.
Sliding down. This didn't turn as much. It just went on straight, but again with a missed leg stump. This spell is important for Sachin. Going ahead in this tournament as well. He's drawing a lot of confidence from this. A dot ball to finish. A tidy over. 15 gone. 79 for 6, Saudi Arabia.
Irshad and Usman in the middle. It's been a fine innings by Kashif, but he couldn't really hang around and get more runs. 27 for him. Hisham, 24. Back live. The fight is on as we reach the last 5 overs in this encounter where Saudi Arabia need to still get to 171. Oh, this could be close. Impact outside off, and that's why Usman Najib may just feel a little lucky. He gave that a mighty swing. And a little high as well on that occasion. Goes big down the ground towards long off for another single. So runs coming only in ones and twos at the moment. It's the right time to say hello and good evening to Suhas Vedam as well.
Hello, Mikhail. In Saudi Arabia, 82 for 6.
That's coming right at us. We need to take cover. And look at that for ball follow. And look at that for the noise that it created. For a moment, I was running for cover. Let me tell you that. It was as straight as it could get. That's a mighty big hit.
Elevation check. Distance check. Wow, I think that's one of the biggest that we've seen in the entire series. A great camera work indeed. That white piece of leather in the black vast sky is such a treat to watch. That'll make him feel much better. Usman Najib, I think he's just showing the world 233 is not just a number. That is my strike rate indeed. Let's just get there.
That was massive and mighty. If he can bring in a few more, I'm sure he'll just create a little bit of unlikely hope in what is turning out to be a flat chase by Saudi Arabia. But that hit certainly caught everyone's attention, and as Suhas rightly pointed out, great camera work, great ball follow there, right till the very end.
Another one on that tin roof. That's coming through for sure. 2 helmets in the com box, please.
Make that 4. We are 4 of us here, Suhas.
There you are, always watching out.
That's sheer power, and look at that. Looks like a shooting star. There it is, and if you could see that window as the ball falls on impact, that's where we are. And I was trying to find a place to hide.
Under the table, under the table. That's what the earthquake teachers taught us.
Usman Najib, I'm sure will like to go and see this on replay at some point in time. But if only these hits came in a little early, with the top order as well contributing, Saudi Arabia would have felt they're in with a chance.
I'll tell you what, 83 or 26 is not going to be one man going bang bang. Both these have to go for the big shots. Irshad Mubashir's 5 of 9 is going to quickly turn. That's a good curtailed delivery from Danish. Just kept on watching the batter till the last moment. the coaches always emphasize on watching the batter till the last moment, isn't it? As much as we talk about as a batter watching the bowler and the release point.
16 gone, it's 90 for 6.
Over it, please. Prasad, right arm over.
Under. 16 overs gone, 90 for 6. Usman Najib, 8 of 12, has woken up the Saudi Arabia fans with a superb 6 straight down the ground. Very powerfully struck. Will take it on the bounce there, Rizwan. Veerafadiran. The first 2 overs only went for 5 runs and he picked up a wicket. Quickly putting it behind him that he dropped the catch. He's not letting it play on his mind, and that's what youngsters watching this can learn. Yes, there will be mistakes on the cricket field. It's about moving on. 80 of 23. Slower delivery. He's been working on it. It didn't bounce as much either. Usman Najib was waiting for the ball to bounce, because had it bounced, I think he would have connected it. Sent it for 6. The lack of pace is also causing the lack of bounce, isn't it?
Again gives it a mighty heave towards mid-wicket. Another single. It's just about throwing your bat at virtually everything that's being dished out to you. Usman Najib can hit the big ones. One of those outings for Saudi where once again they'll have to go back to the drawing board, Suhas.
Yeah, that's been the story so far, isn't it? Ever since they travelled to Oman. It's been a big learning curve for sure. Once again, high on the bat. And also the fact that they've been lacking the starts that they're dreaming of is another problem when you're chasing targets, be it small or big. And the lack of someone like Rafiullah perhaps for Oman. That's 2 written over it, and 2 is not going to pinch Sadaiya much.
Yeah, but a good performance again by Bahrain. Look at it, they came very close to winning the first game. They beat Oman in the second. And with this win, certainly they give themselves a very good chance of making it to the top 2 going forward. Momentum is with them. They found that winning touch. Everything just going according to plan. Goes big, goes high, goes handsome. Another home run here for Usman Najib. Anything in the slot and he's going to punish it. Once again bringing in a lot of bottom hand into that one. That's a wonderful strike.
Terrific striking. And he's got to continue this. It's always great to watch that white ball land on that side screen, which is as black as it gets. 17 gone, 101 for 6.
That's where you can see these matches. The Desert Cup T20 Series, that's an ITW, Prodigy and TPD 360 production. Fan code and other different streaming platforms where you can view this Desert Cup T20 Series. It's coming to you live into your living rooms. Again throws his bat at this one. They're running the first one fast. They want to. They'll keep it to a single. Getting close to that 100-run mark, crossing it rather. 101 for 6. Usman Najib is playing a little bit of a cameo here. 17 and 16 for him. Nothing to lose kind of a situation. Again, he's given everything he can. Finds the fielder at deep backward square leg. And he'll have to depart. Rizwan gets his second wicket. Wicket number 7 falls for Saudi Arabia. And the story is pretty clear now.
It's only fitting that Rizwan gets another wicket. That's a very good catch, by the way, at the boundary rope. That would have flown for 6 otherwise. Rizwan had tried his best for the second. A simple catch was put down, but not this time. He's bowling his heart out. 1 for 7 in 13 deliveries. He's made an impact. Make it 2 for 7 now. Hang on. The overstepping. Is that a problem? Seems alright. What do you feel? This will give us a better idea, of course. Ah, you could see the back foot of the runner better from this angle. That's unfortunate.
The previous one certainly gave some indication, and not surprisingly, Usman is walking back to the dugout. Tried hard, tried to play the big hits, and perished in his bid to find another 6. Wicket number 7 goes down for Saudi Arabia, and in this chase they are once again faltering. This will be their 3rd loss if they go down to Bahrain tonight in game number 5 on day 3. Only 4 teams participating. The top 2 will make it to the final as Usman makes his way back to the dugout. Usman Najib out for a runner ball 17. It's 102 for 7 in the 18th over. Single towards point. It's not going to really damage Bahrain's plans at the moment. Rizwan has been impressive. 2 for 8 in his 3rd. He's bowled really well, mixed it up well, got that odd ball to bounce and carry. This one, just a little bit of distance was missing on this. Perfect height for the fielder though to take a catch. Pulls it in front of the wicket. Another single towards deep square leg.
Singles are not going to win them the game. He has 67 of 14. Well in control here, Bahrain. Every ball from here on's got to have an appointment with the boundary rope or beyond. Very good delivery. Rizwan's winning a lot of hearts around the world. He's been perfect in his first spell, and come the time to bowl good death over bowling, very accurate. Last delivery coming up.
Nicely bowled, block hole delivery, pace on it as well. Atif or Rahman had absolutely no idea what was happening there. Another very fine over by Rizwan. He's given 9 and taken 2 in 3 overs, 18 gone. It's 104 for 7.
Change in bowling, right arm over.
Into the 19th over, Imran to bowl the penultimate one. Another fine delivery. The low full toss, very hard to negotiate in the death.
It's not a bad option at all, because it's important to get the elevation with this kind of an equation. And that's what it's difficult to get with a low full toss. Single at max a second run. Even that too was challenged. Imran Khan knows that he collected the ball in the right area but thought that the bails were elsewhere. It had to be two. They have to try their best to reduce the margin to at least not let the required or the net run rate hurt them eventually. Big swing and a miss. 65 of 10. How many can they get from here on, Mikhail, if they find a couple of boundaries as well? Because this equation is drastically towards Bahrain. And I think a wicket over here will put the final nail in the coffin. Oh, beautiful shot. Where was he hiding all this while? Incredible hit indeed. Irshad said, well, the game's not done in my mind. I'll wield the willow and put this out of the park indeed. Terrific connection and great camera work.
Oh, yeah, shuffling in the crease, getting in line of the ball, going in with the angle. And there, look at that. Elevation, distance, height. He's bludgeoned that to turf 2. The adjacent ground where the teams are practicing for the next game.
Just when Oman was practicing catching in the adjacent ground, here comes another. This should be taken within this one itself. No, land safely. Once that second run, the problem is he thought late. I think Nisar's done good enough on that occasion. Umpire Ananta Kumar Rajamani would want to check. Irshad Mubashir did not convey to Atifur Rahman at the right time. The second is on. Atif was startled initially, then eventually went for the run.
And he's struggling. His body language suggests he's struggling. They were more ball watching as to what was happening with the catch and decided on the second very late. And when that happened, and that flat throw, the 2-bounce throw coming in at a perfect height, this is wicket number 8 going down for Saudi Arabia. It's a straightforward call for the third umpire, let me tell you.
He's waiting to see that red light flash, and eventually it has come off. Yes, indeed. But he's already made 3/4 of the way back to the pavilion because he knew he was in trouble. Irshad Mubashir. Run a ball 18 for him. 1-1-2 for 7.
Driven straight to the fielder.
The man on your screen would be a very proud man indeed.
Man, a few words to us each time we have a chat with him at the toss at the presentation. 19 gone is 1-1-3 for 8. Into the final over. 58 needed in 6. It's game set match in favor of Bahrain, and Saudi Arabia can only just add a few more runs to their total. Single towards long off. Imran Yusuf will get off the mark.
How well has he bowled, Rizwan? 2 for 10 in 3.1, Mikhail. He's bowled his heart out indeed. Irrespective of the opportunities created being grasped or no, he has been at it all the time.
Wild heave. Rizwan has mixed his pace very well. 2 for 10 in his fourth. This has been bowling of very high caliber. Suhas, what's the message that you will be circulating in the Saudi dressing room after 3 losses? What could be the kind of discussion you could be having?
If I were in that camp, well, yes, pick yourself up, boys, and try and learn from the mistakes. It's important to commit new mistakes and not the old ones. Don't repeat them. It's all right. That is the nature of T20 cricket, and you have to take into consideration the fact that Bahrain and Saudi, the cricket back home is on different surfaces. It's about adjustment as well. Big swing and a miss. 57 from 3. The game's virtually done and dusted with. Bahrain have already added the 2 points in their kitty.
Yes, another very strong performance by Bahrain. Tries to strike it, overhit it. Another single. Rizwan is saying go for the direct hit. There is backup. You've got to keep attacking. You can't get complacent. I know we are winning, but we need to go for the kill.
And the bowling's been excellent. They've defended this as if they had just 130 in the bank. Such has been their fielding effort, barring the drop catch, of course. Such has been the intent as well. Puts in the dive, does Nisar. Ahmed bin Nasir. One delivery to go to finish this game off. Bahrain have produced another brilliant performance. They're showing why they are a force to reckon with. Last night beat Oman, the home side, and now Saudi Arabia. The final delivery from Rizwan.
Again, right underneath the bat. This has been a top performance by Bahrain, as they secured their second win in 3 games, and in doing so, they will certainly also add a lot of promise going into the tournament. They're easily right now the table toppers. One among the table toppers, fair to say, but another very strong performance by them. Batted first, got to 170 and restricted their opponents to 117 for 8 in the 20 overs. They're showing great all-round skills, and they'll be really proud of this achievement of theirs.
Absolutely, and new heroes emerge, and that's something they'll be mighty proud of indeed. Mr. Reliant Sohail has been there for them, and Sarfraj is finding out the depth that he's got in his own side. He's got a man for every single moment. Different situations, they turn up. It's good to see Danish into the attack with the ball in hand do really well. And of course, Sachin spinning a web around the batters too. The leg spinners are doing well. It's a healthy team indeed. Bahrain win by a massive margin of 53 runs to do a world of good to their net run rate.
Mike as well, getting a wicket, 1 for 31 for him. They took wickets at regular intervals, 7-13, 28-31, showing that they were very much in the game and the chase was never on as far as Saudi Arabia was concerned. So quick confirmation once again, Bahrain securing their second win out of 3 games in the Desert Cup T20I Series as they restrict Saudi Arabia to 117 for 8 in their pursuit of 171. We'll take a look at the highlights. The second innings, they began on an aggressive note as Bahrain finally found the edge, and some great catching and great running as well accounted for, fielding as well accounted for wickets. They got the ball to move, they extracted steep bounce as well as Bahrain continued to attack with the ball. This was a very good catch going backwards as Saudi Arabia lost another wicket. Sachin Kumar was impressive. He did bowl a few loose deliveries, but he came back well to take an account for a wicket as well. This was another mistimed shot, and it was a very nice catch taken in the end. Some power hitting towards the latter half of their innings where they wanted to bring in some impetus. That one came nearly close to us as well. We did see some big hits, but everything went in vain. And this was another fine catch taken in the deep. And this run out for the 8th wicket pretty much summed up the story for Saudi Arabia as well. It was a story where they once again faltered in the chase and never looked like chasing it from the word go.
Absolutely, Mikhail, and this is the upshot of the game. Bahrain 170 for 4 in their allotted 20. Sohail Ahmed top scoring with his 78 and Imran Javed 66 was very impressive, taking the attack to the opposition in the middle overs as well. Imran and Atifur Rahman were well enough for Saudi Arabia, picking up 2 wickets and 1 respectively. But Saudi Arabia with a bat in hand faltered yet again, and that is a big Achilles heel for them. Kashif Siddiqui's 27 is the top score and it's not good enough. Mohammad Hisham Sheikh hung around but did not look like they'll be able to go for the big shots. 117 for 8 is all that they could manage. We'll go down to the post-match presentation and find out who the player of the match is.
Welcome to the post-match presentation party. We are all set here for the game number 5. What happened here is that Saudi are winning the 3rd toss and they invited the Team Bahrain to bat first, and Team Bahrain had a little shaky start, but they had a brilliant control, a partnership by Imran Javed and Sohail Ahmed took them to the different level. They posted 170 target on board, which was a little too big for Saudi Arabia to chase it down. They kept on losing those wickets in cluster. And to talk more in detail about that, we'll need the captain of Saudi Arabia. Please come forward, Abdul Wahid. Well, Wahid, what went wrong? I mean, you won the toss despite you got the great start in the bowling, but just could not finish on the good 9.
Yeah, actually, as we said, Imran and Sohail, they have played really well, and the partnership is in all, you know, T20 cricket is all about partnership and the responsibilities. So this is how they played well without chance. So this is how they have come up with a good total, 170 plus.
But one thing is that your team is improving every game that you come out to play. It's a better day.
Yeah, as you all know that we have a bunch of new players and bunch of new group, and day by day they are improving, but we need some time. But as we saw our previous record, we have a very, like, this is not the way Saudi team played, but we have a good players, but we are in the future we will have a good team, good players.
Well, wish you very good luck for the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, now it's time to call the winning captain, Sarfraz Ali. Please come forward. Sarfraz, 2 अच्छी performances back to back, आपकी टीम बहुत solid नजर आ रही है अब.
हमारी टीम बैटिंग में थोड़ा सा है, सोहेल स्ट्रगल कर रहा है. सोहेल बहुत अच्छा फॉर्म में है, बैटिंग में फॉर्म में है. थोड़ा सा हमारा एक मैच बॉलिंग की वजह से गया, लेकिन बैटिंग में इंशाल्लाह अच्छी फॉर्म में नजर आ रही है.
Very well done and congratulations. बहुत important 2 points है आपके लिए.
यस, यही बात है.
Thank you and do well.
थैंक यू सर.
Well, now it's time to call Chetan, the match referee. Please, Mr. Chetan Tanki, be here. We'll need your services here to give the player of the match award, and it goes to someone, Mr. Consistent. 350s in a row, and today, very impressive with 78 runs. It's Sohail Ahmed. Please come forward, Sohail. Collect your player of the match award. He played outstanding inning today as well, playing and scoring 78 runs, just 58 deliveries. And every time he comes to bat and the team can rely on him. What a man. Well, Sohail, बहुत अच्छी है आपकी बैटिंग. जब टीम को ज़रूरत पड़ी है, आप हमेशा वहाँ पे खड़े हुए हैं.
जी बिल्कुल ऐसे ही है. अल्लाह पाक का बहुत शुक्र है. मेन शुरू में थोड़े जल्दी आउट हो गए हम लोगों के, तो जिसकी वजह से स्टे करना पड़ा विकेट पे. और यही बिलीव होता है अपने ऊपर कि जितनी देर विकेट पे आप खड़े रहेंगे तो रन आ जाएंगे. तो बस इसी उम्मीद से खड़े थे, तो अल्लाह पाक ने रन करवा दी.
अच्छा, मतलब आपका तो रन्स बहुत, मतलब तीनों मैचेस में 50s हुई हैं, लेकिन वो पार्टनरशिप जो आपकी इमरान के साथ थी वो कितना इंपॉर्टेंट था और क्या बातें हो रही थी बीच में?
हाँ बिल्कुल ऐसे ही है. हम लोग यही सोच रहे थे कि बीच में ओवर्स मिलेंगे हम लोगों को जिसमें हम लोग रन्स ले सकते हैं, तो वही हुआ. और हम लोग विकेट पे खड़े रहे, एक एंड से रन्स आते रहे, बॉल डार्ट्स कम हुई और सिंगल डबल चलता रहा, तो जिसकी वजह से 170 तक हम लोगों ने टारगेट कर दिया.
Well done and keep doing it.
Thank you so much, sir.
Well, that is the player of the match for you, Suhail Ahmed. Let's take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have the next game on. Stay tuned.